ASUS. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down. ASUS. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna 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 turn it up and then I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down.
Better off, I'm gonna How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back. Hope all of you are having a motherfucking good one. It is time for some 5v5 1v1 Duels, boys. Over on the EU, we're not doing the PTR. We're going to be going back to the regular, boys. Back to regions of NA and EU fighting one another to compete in the 5v5 1v1 duel arena. How y'all doing? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are having a beautiful one. Let me get the music back up and running. Also, I'm really hoping this works because, again, I just now thought about it. So you know how PTR, beta, like some stuff sometimes works there, doesn't work here. With the pre-patch coming out, right? I just hope the 5v5 1v1 duels work. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna try log it on over on the wait. Wow, we got an update. Hold on. Got a small update. Probably more bug fixes. But yo, dude, how y'all doing? Welcome back. How are all you doing? Well, what's up, username? How you doing, my man? What's up, JC? Gonna be popping on today, dude. Hope you're having a good pre-patch, man. Glad to see Pharaoh got some attention as a Pharaoh main and getting the ball for the streams and mods down, yo. Thank you so much, Bizzle, for enjoying. I'm glad you joined the streams, man. I'm glad you joined the views, man. Hey, Dali, okay, doing pre-patch? Yo, Porch, I am enjoying the pre-patch, my dude. Yes, I am. What's up, Ozzy? How you doing, man? How you doing, my dude? Anyone who danced with the opening? Dude, it's a good song, dude. It's a banger, man. Is it so loud? Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah. My bad on music, boys. Now it's good. Now it should be better. Hopefully you heard some of what I said, dude. You turn on music? Yeah. Hope you're good. One turn down? Yeah. Anyway, we're just saying hello to everybody. Username, how you doing, my man? Tasty, I go to plane tonight? How you doing, my dude? Fix Cinerogue. What? Cinerogue's not bad now or something? Maybe too good? Kill the tunes? Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. The delay on stream, dude. I literally did it and like for 15 seconds you guys still don't hear it, man. Just doing a quick update for World of Warcraft though, boys. Just a quickie. Give me a sec. They're still doing it or claiming this space. I try to play some alien enhancement, baby. Hell yeah, dude. Get at it, man. Hi, man. What's up, Benjamin? How you doing? My dude. Hope you are having a good one. How to join the 5v5s? Just join the LVG groups, man. I'll show you guys how to do it. Let's hope that these aren't broken, by the way. Let's hope that these aren't broken. I said that while the music was loud. So, hopefully we'll be good to go, man. Hopefully we'll be good to motherfucking go. You're out of the garage? Let's go, dude. Vixen, Rogue, Cliss, Nerf, Sub, really? Is it that bad? I'm logging on to wrong word. Wow, hold on, let me get the EU. I like how EU doesn't even say anything. It's not Shadowlands, it's not Start Edition, it's not nothing. It just says EU. Demon Hubs are busted, what are your thoughts? I feel like Demon Hubs were pretty good when they had corruptions. Now without corruptions, I guess we'll see, right? Boost security to level 58. Battle for Azeroth boost. Wait, is that a free boost that I have? Do I have a free boost? Yeah, I guess I never got to use the boost, did I? Alrighty. So it is usually the mage is the one that does the duels. We'll see if the mage works, because the mage might not even work properly. All right, the mage might not even work. So we might need to make our panda do it, and we'll need to get the keybinds copied over. So yeah. Because last time we were doing some pre-patch, it wouldn't let me join the duels and spectate them unless I was also max level with everybody else, but I'm pretty sure they fixed it by now. So let's see how it works. Oh my god, the UI challenge. Oh jeez. Alrighty. Oh my god, my UI is massive. Okay, first thing I gotta do is I gotta shrink the UI just on this character, so I can see all the health bars when we do the 5v5 ones. No just no bike. Also group is ready. Alright, I'll get Atha and I'll get Alex in here first. Alex and Atha, man. 5. Invite Athaman and Alex. So I guess I gotta do it on level character that is level 52, yeah? Alright. So do I know my keybinds for the camera miscellaneous? So it seriously will not let me do spectator mode unless I'm doing it on max level character then, huh? Wait, what if I do 1? Yeah, I do have to do it on Panda. Alrighty, hold on. Re-whisper me. I have to do it on the panda. I have to break this panda, man. Dial the chunky. And I also gotta remember what were the keybinds that I had prior. Do I have like maybe a saved screenshot of the original keybinds or something from me? Shit. Well, now I'm trying to remember if I have my keybinds saved from like the spectator stuff. Because I don't remember exactly what it was. So the first duel, I might just have to play around with some of the keybinds really quickly to figure out what it was. Because I think it was follow 1 through 5. And then I made it 1 through 5 and F1 through F5. And then there was another one where it's like about unhooking the camera. I have the screenshot. I'm just gonna kind of scroll through my screenshots really quick. Let's see if I see any. Because it would have been a screenshot where I saved it inside of WoW with keybinds. Maybe I have something on my phone that I saved? Hold on, I actually might have saved it on my phone. Because I'm weird like that. There's a good chance I did take a picture of it. I just remember if I deleted it or not. And I hope that it just didn't delete. Looking. My phone, does it have what I'm looking for? And has some old pictures. It's down to about where we moved. Pre-move. Shit, that's old. I don't think I have the pre-move pictures for that. At least it wouldn't be in the pre-move. Oh! I do! I found it! Hey, I found it! Wait, this is perfect! Yo, this is great! Yo, we did it, dudes! We did it! Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna need to do keybinds on this character. And I will not be able to do any of the commentary keybinds until we get duels. Yeah, so this first duel might be kind of janky, dude. Let me get the duels playlist rolling, and then we'll get it up and running. Basically, with the changes that have happened to the pre-patch, I can't do the spectator mode unless I have a max character. So it basically means I will need to level a max level character for EU. So definitely gonna need to level a max level character for EU at some point. Spectator match. It's going to be Alex and Athaman. Who I'm going to level for EU? I'll probably do something in a class that I don't really play. Alright, hope it works. And I got my keybinds right here, so I'm going to set them up very quickly. And we can get our duels up and running for the day, boys. Be patient, though. Please be patient. Oh, okay. It's looking alright. I am going to need to make certain add-ons disappear. Like details. Can I make details just like disappear? Hide. Those all. That'll work. Okay. And I need to go keybinds, commentator, and I gotta go to the camera control. Wait, tracking? Is it snapping? Okay, so it is snapping. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, 5 is there. And there was a camera general settings. It's gonna be stop following camera player P and toggle smart camera O. Works. Alright, so if I do slash reload, it should work, right? It should hopefully work. Alrighty, switch. Details are showing up again. Kinda upset about that. Oh, I really don't like details showing up as it does. Oh, I thought I made it disappear. Yeah, I might just need to disable details altogether, dude. Yeah, can I just disable details, like, hold meter? Okay, now it should work. Maybe now it'll work. Alrighty, switch. Did I do that already? Alright, I think we got ourselves Tasty. What? Oh, it's gonna be Tasty as number 3. Gonna be a female Dark Iron Dwarf versus... what is it? Sadistic X? Sadist? I guess Sadist versus Tasty. I do have one like snap right to them. I kind of want to maybe switch to a follow, so it has a more of a smooth transition, but I'll do it in the next duel, boys. Gonna be Tasty first up. Big damage to the Sadist is huge! Set up by the man himself, coming in this elemental shell, but blasted the Hunter away. We got ourselves Cold Blood on the other team with Christina. We got ourselves Dufek and Giant Deer, literally a Giant Deer versus Tasty. On his gladiator mount prepared on Tasty. We got ourselves Deja, we got ourselves Athaman, we got ourselves Fenny, as well as Snoopy making a return. How you doing, my man? Snoopy the very, very kind, very, very sweet Swedish meatball. He's actually a super nice guy, by the way. Check out Snoopy on Twitch. Check out Tasty on Twitch. Check out both of these boys. Hope both of them, I actually would love if both of y'all link sub promo in Discord. Link your Twitch if you guys are streaming right now so people can see your POV. Giant Deer having a little bit of trouble. Tasty, a bunch of meatballs doing quite a lot of damage, dropping down before the dress, actually avoiding the dress, I believe. Has himself lightning last, is going to be trinketed by the Giant Deer. He's looking to get the hell out of there. Tasty recovering quite handily. Did have to sit inside of the steel trap. Going to be dropping down big Sky Fear. Giant Deer doesn't really have a lot to stop this unless they go for a freezing trap. Tasty looking to get him some big zaps. Does not kill the Sky Fear totem. Going to be a nice charge by Giant Deer. Still big zaps come out by Tasty. Big Architect to fall. It does go for a total shell. Probably needs to go for a lot of self heals. Goes in for a Pain Death. Medic bandage maybe for a few seconds. Tasty is looking to disrupt it immediately as soon as he can. Just trying to get some damage into the pet. Stun onto Giant Deer to follow. Does he just win through the stun? Looks like Creepy Flames to close out that fight, and Tasty takes him out just like that. Cold Blood XX is going to be up next as a sub-rogue Esper, of course. Is he actually playing Shadowy Duel? Is he actually playing Shadowy Duel, or is it just, or is that just like automatically assigns to him as a UI? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Tasty does pick up the eye. I think he did pick up the first eye. We only had 2 minutes 42 seconds into this duel, boys. So we'll see how it work out for Tasty. It's going to be Cold Blood. Don't take it a sweet, sweet time. I really do want to change it to a floaty thing. Maybe I can do it right now while we're waiting for these two. Unless Tasty finds him. Has picked up the eye. It looks like Cold Blood is going to take a sweet, sweet time. Does Tasty see him? He walks next to him. Has a slow. Drop the meteor in the right position. Does find him somehow. Light Lance are going to be instant chicken for Cold Blood. Is going to get knocked back as he's trying to go for some big damage onto Tasty. Big dressing gap. It is absorbed partially by the fire elemental. Tasty goes in for a Warlock Hellstorm from Deja to keep himself alive. Trying to land a Hex into the Rogue. Missing that kick. So the Rogue is going to be in a bad spot. Goes in for blind onto Tasty instead. He's gonna have to just wait it out, probably get a sap. Does he have a flame shock rolling on him? Too bad. It looks like he does not. Tasty is definitely gonna have to establish the next one. Does Cold Blood have enough damage? Shadow Blades is available. No more trinket. Does Tasty have a trinket of his own? He does. Get a shot trick inside of it. Last of Cold Blood can't do anything. Shadow Blades are gonna disrupt it. Does survive the burst out of Tasty there with that last. So cheap shot again. Gonna be Cold Blood with more CC chains. Wall coming out for Tasty, but still looking quite like in a bad spot. Drop down to self kill totem, trying to get himself some heals. No kick comes out for Cold Blood. Tasty trying to reverse the damage back to Cold Blood. There goes a Cloak of Shadows, trying to see if he gets some healing surges. Cold Blood is out of CC for a second, trying to get a knockback onto the Rogue. Getting the shot is going to be super giga DR'd. Tasty's actually going to be able to get himself some heals, but he knows he should not allow Cold Blood a proper clean reset at all. Definitely should get him out from behind the pillar in some or another. Does hit him with a slow, and that's going to be a stun around the corner. Doesn't hit him. Actually does force the Rogue to turn around, kill the totem before popping his stealth. Light Lust is going to hit him with a flame shock right after. And Tasty should have a damage over time on Cold Blood at least. It's going to be some sipping up as the Rogue is looking for a reset. Not going to get a clean one though. Tasty might be able to get something out of it. Stay in a ghost roll, try to see if he can pop out. It's going to be Rogue kidney shotting him. Is that going to be maybe a knockback? Trying to park himself against the corner so he doesn't go flying if he does get knocked. Cheap shot on Tasty right following that. And looks like Tasty's going to have himself a little bit of recovery going on. Got himself the pet back up and running. Actually, it feels like you get your pet back very, very quickly. I wonder if that's some... Is that like a essence you're running for it? Like Vision Perfection or what? Huh. There it is. Tasty with Earth Shield for now. Lightning Lasso onto Cold Blood. He does trinket out of it. Trying to shot us up to Tasty. Taking quite a bit of damage. Getting knocked back. Does he have the mobility? Stormkeeper is going to be for free. Big zaps available. Oh, taken down. While Tasty actually is stunned. He's actually in stun. But the lightning is flying from his hands. It's going to be Dufek up next. He had to hit with a Hex. Not all that he can really do unless he wants to burn that trinket. Tasty's just taking these boys out. Reaping Flames from Tasty. As he's looking to maybe Kai Dufek out. Blaze Storm comes out. So Dufek. And it looks like Dufek actually popped some cooldowns already too. Looks like he popped Recklessness already. I don't really know when he used that. That is going to be a fear onto Tasty. Didn't have to take too much damage inside of it. Trinket coming out for the lasso. Is he trying to go for some damage? Maybe Tasty. Is he going to be under pressure or is he going to be okay? Wall for Tasty doing damage back to Dufek without even having to cast. He gets all insta stun onto Tasty. Does get a short knockback on a Dufek. Trying not to get interrupted on a Hex. It does juke a pummel. So it looks like he's going to be okay as we hit in that 6-minute mark here, boys. Lava Burst trying to come out for the Shaman. Defect trying to... Oh! Just an Urshock through ignore pain. Through everything. Just a mad Urshock for Tasty. Not a lot you could really do about it, dude. What are these Urshocks? That has to be a trait. That has to be the Urshock trait for sure. Tasty versus Christina though. Up next, Christina trying to take it a little bit slow. Tasty's going to pick up the eye. Big leap for Christina. Popping in Berserk with Tiger's Fury. Should be quite a lot of damage. Maybe setting up for a big setup, big bite, maybe big dress. Trying to make sure to take down the trinket before it comes out. Tasty Latin Lasso does get himself some peel from Christina. Still continuing to run. Maybe a Skull Bash for Christina trying to get it. Big knockback for Tasty. Does make some separation between the two. Christina is going to be closing the gap. Big Lightning Bolts available. Does have a wall for it. Does Tasty just wait out until the wall is up? Christina is getting proactive. They're trying to move. This is going to be Ursul's. This is going to keep Tasty in place. Christina should be able to get some ability to stay away from the big zaps. Maybe still available. Zaps coming out. Bear form immediately. Try at least to tank the damage up in any way possible. And Tasty still just chucking out big, meaty, beautiful meatballs in there with a light lasso to follow. Christina, no trinket doesn't look like any trinket is getting used for this duel. Might be able to change up the strategy later. Big bash to the Tasty though. Big damage coming out. Christina trying to go for a mean bite. Looks like the bite does connect, but doesn't really get Tasty super low. Could be a big burst right here. That's Tasty 7 to pop wall. Feeling the pressure a little bit. Christina's got a half-ish health. No more defense as long as Bardic Skin is available. It looks like it's going to be Tasty trying to cleanse him of any buffs available. Christina just trying to get the comp points rolling. Big knockback by Tasty. Does he have the leap? He has leap to reconnect. Lava Burst coming out for Tasty with a light lasso. Maybe big damage right down to Christina. Does get him really close. One more hit needed to be done here. It looks like Christina is going to recover just a hair faster. Sniper coming down. Christina should probably eliminate. Does. Bardic Skin is available. Tasty super low. Trying not to get juked. Does get a kick juked out of Christina. Big zaps coming out. Does he have anything to finish it? Christina's super low, trying to bail behind the pillar. Does get himself a bit of a reset, but looking to end this duel right now versus Tasty. Raptor versus Feral. Tasty super low in health, trying to get healing surges. Bite almost cancels him out. Lightning Lasso is not going to be enough as the bleeds are rolling up. It looks like Christina with the bleeds and the procs just takes him out, letting the damage over time do work. And that was just perfect duel. Yo, Brian, my man, thank you so much for the donut. Can we get a hashtag Brian in chat showing our appreciation for a wonderful donation, my man? Hashtag Brian, boys. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, my man. What's up next in the team? Deja? Alright, Demonology, the Shadow build, boys. Demonology, Shadow build is what we're going to be looking and witnessing next. Sure, it's Christina. Christina's the one. Okay, I really need to change it so it does a flow camera instead of like snapping. I like the flow a lot better. Danger going to be immediately checking the stuff for Christina. Getting the big Felguard out. Is going to go for Mortal Coil, trying to get some Shadow Bolts. Looks like he's going to be a little bit delayed with the Wild Fiend and the Tyrant. And Christina is going to dip under the pillar, under the bridge while that's happening. Still could go for a Tyrant. If he can get Christina somehow to come out in the open, that might be perfect. Stun around the corner. Christina doesn't really have anywhere to go. Does eat a pretty big Crucible, but still looking like they're going to survive for now. So that's a lot of damage out of Danger. Actually, I have to pop wall. What? Did Danger just use the... Do you use the Warlock Gateway and the Void of Racial to just appear above and then below? I'm not sure. I am actually not sure. I think that might have been a misplay, or he pulled the biggest hat trick in the game that I've ever seen. Christina just chilling behind the pillar, leaping out onto Danger. Big stun to follow. Christina popping out big cooldowns right now. Is that going to be... Succubus cannot stop the Feral, actually. Cannot use Seduce. Looks like the cat is going to be seduced by a demon. I guess that's all you had to do. When the demon invasion came, just shapeshift. You'll be fine. And Brian with a mad... Oh no, 50 bolts. Can we get a hashtag big old Brian? Hashtag Brian in chat showing opportunities for the mad 50 bolt photo. My man, thank you so much, my dude. That's very generous. Deja is going to be going down to the dots. But Brian, thank you so much, man. I really don't want to be underestimating it by any measure. Thank you so much. That's huge donor, my dude. That's a lot of goddamn bones. Looks like Snoopy is going to be up next on the other team. It's going to be 1-1. Feral versus Feral. Snoopy gonna start out in the bear form, just tanking up. Christina popping the Moonfire. That's gonna be Snoopy charging in. Bash to Christina. Christina does not play with the Trinket, so it's gonna be pretty bad for them. Big dress right now by Snoopy, going in for big damage, big bites. Thorns available for Christina. Barskin though is gonna have to take this up real much. Needs a wall right now. Trying to go for heals at 30% dampening. It's gonna be pretty tough right here. Gonna be Snoopy still not letting him go anywhere. Trying to kind of fight the Thorns. Got Thorns of his own. Big reaping, and down he goes with Snoopy taking out Christina. Christina had a really good run though, dude. But that's gonna be tasty with 4 kills back to back. Let me do the real quick keep binding thing real quickly here. Just to have it. So we have snapping, following, and tracking. So which one do I want? The one tracking? The one following? Tracking maybe? I think it's following. So we're gonna try following. See how that feels. Because I want it to be like a smooth camera. Just follow somebody from one to another. Not like snapping. But that's gonna be the first duel of the day, boys. Let's get another one up and running, yeah? Is that actual Snoopy? I believe so. I feel like, is he streaming right now? If he's streaming, I guess you would be able to tell, yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's Snoopy. I mean, this is actually EU, so if you have that name, there's not PTR you can take into his name, but yeah. Felicia, how you doing, my man? Thank you so much for popping in, man, dude. Tepo, how you doing? 5 raids. Right, I need re-whispers again, because I kind of screwed myself up. I need re-whispers, boys. I need re-whispers. Alex is ready. Alex just got to play the Lenovo. Papa and Warport get us next. I think Warport is Tepo, so we should be able to get Tepo in. Nerfly 4 out of 5, by the way. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go. I feel like I need to go and delete all the other BFA. I guess SL actually. No, it should be called SL EU 1. That's SL EU 1, by the way. How's my mic? Is that actual Dala? What's up, King? How you doing, my man? Yeah, yesterday I did beta on my 100 deleted red so hard I didn't even have the time to hit fall. It was tasty. Damn, dude. Why you gotta do rest like that, man? Still ready. Tasty as a surprise? Oh, no. Well, let's go. We just got tip on Cracker just because Alex and Atherman has already got to play. I mean, Atherman's team didn't really have too many people that got to play the game, but we still gotta get the next one rolling. Let's get Tepo here and Cracker just for the sake of letting everybody play. You know what I mean? And then we get Atherman right back in because Tasty basically stole the show and Snoopy came in and just gotta rock the boat at the end. We can get Alex or maybe we can get Nerf Lucia at that point. And Alex, most of his team get to play, but we'll get him up and running as soon as possible too. And more on the Horde? Yeah, boys, if you want to join on the Horde, we're doing them on the U today. 5V5 1V1 Duels on the U. Check out your LFG. I really should just get my talent set up, honestly. Just pick whatever I can. Yeah. Shit. So I'm going to need to reload. So you guys are going to need to re-whisper me after the duel, okay? I'm going to need to re-whisper me after this duel. Boys, help me. Help me. And let's see actually does the follow. Hold on. Make it so... Oh, yes. That's exactly what I wanted to do. That is so much smoother. I'm a huge fan of that. Alrighty. Switch. What do we got today? We got ourselves Team 1 with Warport as a Warlock. Already utilizing some of the customizations, I think. The beard is maybe new. We got ourselves... What is his name? Des? I'm going to call you Des. Like Tess, but with a D. We got Lenoa back here as a Warlock with... what is your... Poe. We're gonna call him Poe just because that's the first 2 letters. And Mary versus Kragar and his team. On Team Kragar, we're gonna have Kata go up first with... We got in the back Drag. We got ourselves Dream. And we got ourselves Chelovich. Human? No, we're gonna call him Human because Chelovich... Humanity? I think it's actually Humanity. Human. Humi. We call him Humi, maybe. But it's going to be Cat first up, and the Team 1 has no idea who's going to be going on first. It looks like it might be Poe, the Demon Hunter. It looks like the Demon Hunter. Maybe, maybe not. I think it's still trying to figure out who's going to be first, who's going to be next. Potentially. Maybe. I guess we'll... What? Oh. Let's see. Oh, the Rogue, maybe? Des? Okay, well, let me go over the duels rules again. Be sure to be out of stealth unless you're dueling, out of forms unless you're dueling. Warrior buffs, mage buffs, priest buffs can be shared, warlock houses can be shared, mage food can be shared. And I think that's about everything that I need to worry about. But it's going to be Cat getting hit with a sap as he was waiting out for Des. Des opening up as an assassin road into a rupture on the side, going for a cheap shot, maybe get a shot to follow. Gonna be the... Actually, it's a Boomy. I was thinking for some reason Cat was gonna end up playing Feral. That's gonna be Cat as a Boomy. Kata. Actually, Kata more than anything. Yes, is popping in a smoke bomb as Kata just can't get the damage. Throwing in the poison. Nice back-to-back. Just maintaining the calm points and letting the bleeds do work against Kata as Des is looking to get himself a little bit of a reset. Do they actually get a clean one? I think with the dots that's on you, trying to see if you can fanatize the druid out. Bash to follow Makata. Is he going to go for big damage? Just trying to get the dots back up and running. That's a little unfortunate. Big blow to the enemy coming out by Des with a dress. Getting a shot. That's going to be Vendetta getting sunk into Kata. Does go for a disarm onto the rogue. Could be Cloak of Shadows. Does go for a blind. Kata doesn't sit that blind at all. Long. Des might have to go for a Cloak of Shadows. They're just looking for go for a bit more kiting spree. Cloak of Shadows looking to get aggressive now that the dots are taken off. Maybe he can set himself up another kiddo shot, just refreshing the dots. Torches up onto Kata. No cloak to stop. It does get hit with the what do you call it? The roar. That's going to be a big star starters. I think Des might be done and done unless they have nothing. Unless they had anything. That's going to be over. As assassination, I'm trying to figure out what they were trying to do. Maybe they were like hoping that the dots would do a lot of the work here, boys. Alright, well, it looks like Lenovo might be up next as a, what kind of a Warlock we're looking at. It is going to be a Destruction Warlock based on the Infernal Kata, not wasting any time, just got to get it aggressive in there, just getting those dots traded with the Warlock immediately. Be getting those Star Surges in as well. Going to be a Fell Puppy for Lenovo. Now, what kind of a setup does Lenovo run? Do they run for the Giga Infernals? That is a question. Or do they run Conflict and Strive just for more tankiness? As Destro. I really do wonder, but it looks like Cat is just trying to maintain the dots on Lenovo, get his Star Surges here and there. Infernal trying to drop in. Is that going to be maybe cooldowns for Lenovo? It looks like it is cooldowns. Popping Dark Soul stability, though. That's going to be Cat trying to see if he can bail out of there. Just using all the mobility to keep trucking, and Lenovo is taking a little bit of that dot damage from a distance. Looks like the dots are starting to catch up. The shooting stars are making it work. So it looks like for Kata, he might actually be able to play the long game here. Going to be a port for Lenovo using the gateway. Kata is still trying to create some line of sight here. Going in for maybe CC onto Lenovo, getting him with a Mortal Call. Barskin is available. That's going to be a full fear. Does not break. Chaosbolt is a flying. That's going to be first Chaosbolt for Lenovo as the Infernal does disappear. A bash onto the Warlock, and Kata needs to maintain the dots on Lenovo. Needs to be going for the Star Surges as much as possible and getting those falling shooting stars onto Lenovo. As it looks like the dots from Boomy are actually doing quite a bit of work. That's going to be Shadow Fury onto Kata. Does miss it. Lenovo is going to go for what looks like a Warlock house and get himself a little bit of a self-heal rolling here. That's going to be the roar back for Kata. What is it? Incapacitating Roar, right? I'm pretty sure the name is Incapacitating Roar. Unless I'm wrong. I feel like I never really get to see that utility you use much often because you don't really see a lot of bear druids really using it. Even though it can be kind of useful. I wonder how good bears are going to be going into Shadowlands because they always look kind of fun. Going to be a big silence for Kata right now. Does get a lockout on Lenovo. Looks like a shot of big Star Surges coming out. Even through Reflect, just blasted him out. Looks like Reflect came out maybe a little bit too late. It looks like the Boomy is actually able to beat Assassination Rogues, destroy Destruction Warlocks, but looks like Warport is going to be a second Destro to come at him. It's going to be a back-to-back Destro. This man can somehow handle double Destro back-to-back. He might be in a really good spot. Trying to get a regrowth, going to be Warport. Trying to land an Immolate. Looks like not going to be happening right now. And Kata's just going to have to wait it out a little bit. Does already have the dots on the Warport. And we're going to be hitting that 5 minutes dampener, boys. So for Kata, any kind of self-heals are going to start to get worse. Summoning Shawara. Can Shawara actually do anything to a Boomkin? Because you are technically in a Boomy form. Technically, I think, do you even count as a beast? Can you be seduced as a Boomy? Because I don't think you can be seduced in Boomy form, but I could be wrong. Maybe that's like another thing, one of the, I guess, the polymorphs. You can't seduce a polymorph technically with a druid, unless it could be wrong, honestly. But Kata's going to try to see if he can bait a port out of Warport. Does get a port out of Warport with the Chaosbolt to follow first. Chaosbolt for Warport right now. Might be able to really make that Chaosbolt really fly and combo, but looks like he's going to be Kata getting the hell out of there immediately. Does burn a Barkskin for it. Still has plenty of defenses to work with. Has offenses too with a Silence, with a Thorn, so it should be quite a lot for him to work with. Did Warport just summon a free Infernal? He does summon Infernals. So he could be going for like a big Infernal summon. I'm going to be checking out our Warport right now. Summoning Infernal right here with a Cataclysm. Shadow Fury onto Kata. Does he go for more Infernals right now? One Chaosbolt, second Chaosbolt flying. Quite a bit of damage. Summoning even more Infernals to follow. It looks like Kata is under quite a bit of pressure. Needs to get the hell away from these Infernals. Maybe Typhoon them out of the way. That's going to be even more Infernals at this point. Just it's turning up the heat right now. Warport is turning up the heat. He doesn't even touch Kata. Does pop Thorns just to maybe get the Infernals slowed and off of him for a second. Still taking quite a bit of pressure. Succubus CC does go through Boomy form by the looks of it, so I guess that answers our question. But it's going to be Kata trying to see if he can get the hell out of the warp ward. Porting in with a gateway. Mortal to Kata. Oh, it's going to be tricky for Kata with a Typhoon. Just trying to disrupt the cast from warp ward as best as they can. Going in for a little bit of a self-heal with the Guardian Affinity. Friends in regen, and looks like it's quite a good recovery, especially at 11% damage. It still keeps trucking. Going to be warp ward getting interrupted on Chaos, actually. So that was a nice lockup, but Kata couldn't really take advantage of it. Big bash with the Warpboard. Huge Star Surge, as big as the cast available right now. Warpboard actually might be out of options. Drain Life needs to come out immediately, otherwise he's in a bad spot. Warlock Hellstone, has that been used already? It looks like the Shooting Stars and Dots are just going to take him out. It looks like Kata just decimating these Destro Warlocks back to back, knocking out the Paladin. Right as Mary's trying to go up in there. Mary getting slowed down before he can get a Hodge or anything. So Kata's at least able to disrupt him. Mary didn't pop any cooldowns. It's going to be disarmed to Mary. Still just chugging at Kata. I think he's hoping for that Hodge. Going to be a Barskin immediately out of Kata. Does Mary go for big damage? Big Hammer is hanging above him. Our pal is still this busted good. Going into the actual pre-patch, or was that only a PTR thing? Big Hammer does a bit of damage. Kata did have a bunch of layers and layers and layers of skin. There's a normal skin, boomy skin, which gives you armor, as well as Barak skin. Mary getting hit with a Cyclone to follow as Kata makes some distance. I really do wonder, Boomy versus Retribution Paladin. I feel like the Retribution Paladin wins every time, but I do want to see Kata and how well does he do. Gonna be Incarnation for Kata, but gets hit with a Hodge. That's gonna be a full Hodge. Mary just might be able to take him out. Barely any health, does pop in a bear form. Friends in regen needs to come out. 90% damage. He does get a bash of the trinket out of Mary. He's trying to see if he might be able to get the hell out of there with the mobility. Mary does pop Hand of Freedom. And Kata looks like is able to make a breakaway. Mary still has wings, so it's going to be a lot of pressure to Kata as being as productive as he can with that mobility ASAP. Trying to see if he can get a knockback into Mary too far out though, but does still have the mobility to keep himself at bay. Looks like Mary is going to be without any kind of wings. That's going to be a big hammer, but he takes the hammer away. Trying to power shift through all the slows. The final verdict might have connected. Still, the hammer does quite a bit of damage with that final verdict, so just two abilities. They even get to reach maybe a judgment or two. Was enough to get quite a significant damage out of it. Gonna be a trinket out of Kata. As Mary getting hit with a bit of slows with those swords. Can't actually catch up to Kata. Cyclone to follow, catching up on a bit of those regrowths. 24% dampening. Does Kata have anything to work with here? Has a silence, maybe a disarm for Mary. Does hit him with a roar for a second, just to disrupt him to gain more distance into a disarm to Mary. Trying to walk up, maybe get a Hodge. Looks like Mary might be lighting himself up some big damage. Has Shield of Venus, has Bubble, has actually a lot of tools. So for Kata, he's still going to have to go for a very, very long game. Looks like Kata recovered quite a bit. Got himself Incarnation for a quick moment. Probably a random proc of Incarn. Getting those big stars flowing and flying. And Mary, though, at least got one Wrath in there. The stars are continuing to shoot at him over and over, which is really good for Kata. Bark skins this Hodge with the 3 thorns. It's going to be a Shield of Venus as Mary. Want to go for big damage, get the hammer in. Got the final verdict. Kata better get the hell out of there. Might be done and done with this hammer. Gonna go for big heals. The hammer comes down. The Bark skin, the bear form, and the heals do keep him alive. The 29% dampening. I don't know how many more times he'll be able to do that. This is a lot of cooldowns he's using in for this duel. Quite a ton, actually. Disarm to Mary as a fair swarm. I guess disarms him in his eyes. I guess it destroys him in the eyeballs. How does a Ferris Swarm disarm somebody though? Guess you just get confused. Maybe caught up in all the player colors. Big wings for Barry. I think it's going to be down and done for the Boomy. But he did as well as he could. Kata came in and really just blew it out of the water, taking down Destros. And had himself quite a duel against a Paladin. Gonna be Drag. Up next as what looks like an Enhancement Shaman actually. Yeah, this man is Ghost Wolves. He got himself Ascendance, Bloodthirst, so this man should be playing that enhancement here. Get a stun into Mary in the opener. But that's going to be a big Sunder. Just looking to maybe get away. Got the Wolves to the front. It's going to be a big hammer hanging over his head. Going for a big burst right now with Ascendance. Does he get an interrupt to Mary? If Mary stops to cast anything, he might be in a bad spot. Drag getting quite a bit of freebie damage from range. Mary can't really do much about it except for self-heals. Word of Glories are flying back to back. Does get what looks like a Wings proc. Able to make those wings do something, unless he was expecting for drag. So it looks like it was a random wings proc. Maybe Vision of Perfection Major, which is potentially that's what's going on. Drag did go in with a lot of cooldowns just now. It's going to be a Hodge. Bust out her pretty quickly with a trinket. Trying to see if you can tussle with the muscle that is Mary, who still has plenty of defenses to work with here. Big Sunder by Drag. Is he going to be able to do much? Shield of Vengeance. Drag is concerned about it. Is going to bail out of it. Hex onto Mary. At least trying to stop him from being able to heal himself, so that's a good choice. But I don't really know if Drag has the survivability or the sustain in order to outlast Mary, because Paladins are more about wings and big damage. And now that Drag doesn't have a trinket, he might be in a really bad spot. The best he can do is maybe hopefully ground a Hodge as Mary goes in for damage, and maybe stop him with a Sundering into a Hex. And then just outrun him. Because he was trying to fight him without wings and he felt like he was losing it. I guess Mary could just outlast him, outlevel him, and a 42% dampening. Gonna be a big Sunder onto Mary. Does he know he does not ground the Hodge? Does Mary go for the big damage here? Looks like Mary does not have wings, so that was a boon for Drag. Going in for a bit of a bloodlust right now. Trying to see if he can make some plays here. Versus Mary. Is that gonna be enough damage right now? Big damage by Mary with a hammer, with a final verdict. Wall of for Drag. No! I don't even know if he died to the hammer just now. I think he just died and the hammer slams down because the man is dead. Cracker is gonna be up next. On team 2, big damage on a Mary, bursts through on the Zotric so fast. Cracker is in a very bad spot. Bubble for Mary, does go for a big leap, doesn't catch up to Cracker. Take him out, trying to get big shattering fall, but takes him out before the throw comes out. Oh my goodness, Dream is going to be up next as a Frost Mage. Trying to see if he might be able to slow down Mary though. Polymorph as Mary trying to get behind the pillar. Man, that was some burst out of this Paladin, dude. That was some burst right there. Cracker, does he just bubble so he can't heal off of Cracker? Or Cracker can't heal off of him. That's going to be big shadows available for the Frost Mage right now. Throwing down a Mal into Mary. It's probably going to be actually, I got nothing. He can't heal himself. Shield of Innocence, a small shield. Ray of Frost to continue going. Frostbolt, I think Mary's done and done. Not a lot of healing can be done unless he has Word of Glory to spam right now. Trying to flash a light. Get interrupted. And there goes Dream taking him out. And I forgot that Poe was still the last man left on Team 1. I forgot that this guy is still a thing. Because how long the other duels have been going. Gonna be a root immediately by Dream. Try to go for a poly. It looks like Poe is just going to backflip into him within a prison. Looking up to get a stun or something. Charging at him. Does he get the big does he play the mortal strike effect with a charge? Because maybe he does, because he charged into a stun immediately, trying to go for a big dressed. Trying to see if he can IB. Metamorphosis leaping in on top of Dream with a stun to fall right after. Big counter-strike damage with Crucible double back to back. And is trying to continue to keep cleansing him of any buffs as best as possible. Poe though, there's going to be quite a lot of under a lot of pressure. If you cannot get the mobility, maybe Icebug coming out for Dream right here. Does get a polymorph. Staying alive barely. Dies. I don't even know what killed him just now, but look at he had himself Icebug, but maybe he still had the debuff from the Icebug. Big burst coming out of Humanity. Big Fist of Fury. Does Poe have any answer for it? Short stun's going to be tricking. Touch of Death. Taking him out just like that. That was just insane, boys. Kata came in as a Boomy. Blasting the competition. Mary comes in. Smites them all off the face of the earth. As a pally should. And just about everybody got to play that game, actually. I think literally everybody got to play. But it's kind of awesome, honestly. Alright, let's get another one going, yeah? Let's get a group up and running here, boys. How's the audio, by the way? How's the mic on stream, boys? Hear me fine? Hear me good? I need to be started in SLEU2. There we go. Alright, got Lucio, 5 out of 5. Gonna get him versus Atherman. Alex is still ready. Cool. Awesome here, boys. Love the snappy, fast burst matches. The last one was super long and quite entertaining. I don't like the long ones, but I do like the big bursts just kind of coming out of nowhere, dude. You can hear loud and clear, Dragon Dalaran. Perfect, boys. Perfect. I don't know who's giving me a phone call right now. Leave me, man. I'm playing video games, dude. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? Yo, let me get a sip of soda, dude. I've been fucking yelling into the mic. I saw it's coming in December. Did Blizzard announce anything? No guarantee. No guarantee when it's going to come out. Assassin's Creed feel awful? I don't know. Does Assassin's really feel that bad? Because I did a dungeon with it yesterday. It was pretty good. But that's a dungeon. So, you know, it's not everything. And it'll be all. We're going to get Sapper versus Alex. After this next one, we got to get Atha in here. Real quick, boys. You guys should probably be looking for guilds going into Shadowlands, by the way. If a guild application tells you to draw someone with MS Paint, I know it sounds silly. If a guild application tells you to draw someone with MS Paint, but do it. Do it. You know why? Because if you won't take the time to draw with MS Paint, well then they won't take the time looking at your application. I know it's a joke. So some of you will think probably, oh, MS Paint, really? It's gotta be a meme, right? No. Guilds actually give a fuck. We just had a guy fly the other day, and I was looking through my Discord, through the guild Discord. And it was, this one guy literally got rejected just because he didn't draw MS Paint. It's like, nah, I'm not even gonna look at his application. Alrighty, boys. Let's get Nerf Lucio in here versus Athaman. A Nerf Lucio and Athaman. I kind of don't like being in this area doing the duels. I'll probably have this guy hard to Dalaran, like the Legion Dalaran in a moment. Going to PvP custom? Yeah, going to PvP custom. Kren the Beautiful in the chat is going to help you guys out if you guys are getting any questions. Be nice though, be nice. Oh, that was felt good. Holy shit, you ever had a bird that's sitting in the back of your throat and just get it out? Oh, my chest. Feels empty now, dude. What the fuck was that? Switch. What do we got? We got us a team 2 with Daedra. First up, we got Athaman. I love this Mog. That's probably my favorite Mog of yours. We got Snoopy over here as well with the Feral. We got us Fenny and Tasty. Coming out as an Enhancement Shaman this time. We got ourselves team 2 with Lex Sweep. I wonder what he's gonna do. We got ourselves Prox coming in as a Feral. So it's gonna be Feral versus Feral here. Drassa as a, looks like an arms warrior with a shield. We got ourselves WTF FTW as a Shadow Priest, as well as Telrion with more of this arms warrior. Actually, Drush, never mind, he's a Fury warrior with a shield. Well, you guys are really interesting with the Fury warriors and shields. Gonna give some like a gladiator stand style warrior going on. Yeah, is that what's going on? Is that what's the point? Looks like ITW is going to be first. Oh, the Shadow Priest versus Tasty. Tasty taking a little bit carefully. Being an Enhancement Shaman versus a Shadow Priest out of all the classes to go up first against. Going to be stunned by ITW. Getting the dots up and running at Tasty. That's going to be quite a lot. Tasty just go for a... I keep swapping to wrong people. I'm so sorry. It's going to be ITW's 4. Tasty's 5. Did Tasty just burn his Dwarven Racial? Dark Iron Racial? He might have actually. There's going to be quite a lot of pressure with the dots. ITW getting hit with a stun though. So Tasty finally gets himself a little bit of a moment of a break, gets the Ghost Wolves up and running, or Ghost Raptors, trying to see if he can close the gap. Big damage on FTW. Oh my god, does he even lift or disperse? Oh my goodness. Oh, what was that? That was a big blood of the enemy, huge stress, and massive burst out of Tasty. That guy dispersed and he still died through it. Oh my god. That's a shaman right there, boys. Oh goodness, gotta be Drassa next though, as a Fury Warrior, swapping in back to the double two-handers instead of a sword and shield, or an axe and shield. Trying to see if he can deal with Tasty, who just deleted that Shadow Priest after. We feel like the Shadow Priest really starting to creep up some damage on him, really starting to make some work, and that Tasty came in and just whap. Got him out of there. Get him out of there. Big Thunder on to Drassa. As we're heading that, not even 2 minutes, dude. 1 minute 38 seconds. Tasty taking a little bit of damage right now. Mind you, go defensively here. Gonna be a trinket out of Drassa from that Storm Capacitor Totem. Fear into Tasty does not pre-tremor. Drassa under quite a lot of pressure though. What is killing this man? Does get a charge heal. Mind you, go for the big heal though. Big lightning bolts available for Tasty. No, Drassa! Didn't even press in Rage Regeneration. Leg Sweeper is going to be up next. Trying to see if he can catch Tasty. Probably go to Leg Sweeper right here. Tasty pops into Ghost Wolf. Maybe that'll give him some killing while in Ghost. Does get a Safeguard trick of proc, and though needed that Safeguard. Gonna try to go for a heal. Sunder onto Leg Sweep. Does he land the Hex? Almost landing. It does get interrupted. Very, very unfortunate. But I still might be able to get that Hex off either way. Does the Monk go for a Trinket? The Monk doesn't even have a Trinket, so that's going to be some big heals for Tasty. At least get himself some kind of relief of pressure. Big blood of the enemy until Leg Sweep. Does he go for the big setup to follow of the blood of the enemy? Looks like he's just going to have to play this very, very defensively. Maybe a lot of self-heals. Disarm coming out as he goes in for big cooldowns. And that's going to be Tasty going down. Not only you can really do, especially when you get so low and a touch of death comes at you. Lexi just kind of threw everything at him. Everything but a karma. That was a really good play though. Either way, I thought it was a really good play. Next up is going to be Atha giving Lexi a bit of a non-duel, but Elixir with maybe a bow from range. Just slash wave at each other. Going to be Atha slash wave. Lexi walking kind of like for a bow maybe. Bow from range. Athaman establishing his position. He's the first one to throw in a judgment, so Lexium is gonna go in. Since Ath is the first one to make the aggression happen here, but a nice battle between each other. Gonna be Lexium going in with a trinket, so it looks like Lexium does have a trinket. That's gonna be a big old hammer sitting over his head. Trinketed for the hammer immediately. He knows it's gonna be a lot of damage. Tried to huge damage with that hammer. What was that? I don't even what? Did Ath did pop wings for it by the looks of it? That was a one hammer. He didn't even hit him with much. What? Oh, good thing he did shrink it then. Otherwise, it was going to be over. I don't even know if a karma would have saved you at that point. That was so much of your health just gone. It's going to be this round onto Atheman for a second. Still able to generate a little bit of holy power. Has a lot of self heals with a word of glory. Trying to maintain his consecration as best as he can. Consecration is actually pretty good ability for powers to maintain when you have no other globals. If you just want to put something down and someone's going to chase after you, drop down a consecration. That's just extra damage when you have nothing else to press. Just if you're flying for Lexium, able to get some parries onto Ath, trying to whittle him down little by little. And a ring of boopity bop to separate the two for just a second. Probably needs huge nerfs. I don't really know. Going to be a big old hammer off over Lexium's head with a high to follow. I think Athema might just have it. Doesn't get a karma off here at all, though. Maybe karma ports. The hammer does slam down. Didn't need the karma. Barely surviving. It goes in for self heal. Might have to go Harma. Atheman could bop this off. Does bop it off. Lexium, I think, is over and done with big hammer flying on judgment right after taking him out. Not a lot you can really do unless you could just run away and disappear. Unless you're a rogue with advantage, you can't really do that. He'll be hitting that 4-minute, almost 5-minute mark with ML Prox is going to be going up next with Zath. It looks like the bop is down for Athos, so it's going to be quite a big defensive con. Trying to see if he can just burn through the Shield of Vengeance. Thorns are available for Prox. Atherman can't really respond, does pop wings and goes for a very defensive play here. Mass self-heals for Athor back to back as Prox got a lot of pressure on him. But Athor at least get himself massive heals while wings are up. So it's going to be big for him. Prox goes in for a little bit of a run on hide and heal over time strat. Atherman almost walking into the Ursols. That's basically the new charge trap from Hunters, isn't it? The Ursols. It's kind of nutty, honestly. It looks like Athor is still taking quite a bit of pressure. Hodge to Prox. It's going to be a big old hammer. Barson coming out for Prox. Athor is still going to try to commit a lot of damage in. Might be a bubble here as he's super low. Does go for Word of Glory to follow. Prox taking the minimal damage from the hammer. Barkskin does do a lot of the work. Not only do you pop Barkskin, as you can stack up the damage for the hammer, but also the final hit gets Barkskin off too. Bubble coming out for Athor. Huge ability right now. Prox is just looking to get the hell out of there, and Athor could not really get the capitalization of any kind of damage onto Prox. Looks like maybe Bubble might have got used a little too early. Thorns are rough for Prox. Going to be quite a lot of pressure on Athor. Does get a blind onto Prox with a very defensive play with Flash of Lights. We're only at 6% dampener, so this is just the bleeds and the Prox from Prox that are causing so much pressure to Athor. It's not any kind of healing reduction at all. It's just Athom under a lot of pressure from the Feral himself. It's going to be an opener by Prox. Big dress on Athor. Huge setup. Maybe it's over. Shield of Vengeance saves the day for just a moment longer. Does go for a trinket in order to, I think, either give himself more damage or more health. There's a flash of light. Look at Prox. He's looking maybe to get himself. Not going to catch himself a reset from afar. Just going to go for cycle to Athor instead. Probably should have done that way earlier when he saw the Shield of Vengeance. But that's going to be a Prox. Still hold on to a trinket. Athor getting opened up on. This is going to be still a huge damage for Prox. Hodge by Athor with wings. Going to be instant trinket for Prox. Has a wall if necessary. Athor is trying to make the most damage happen here while trying to keep himself alive. It's going to Prox actually just bursts it so much into Athor. Still takes a pretty big hit from the hammer, but heals it very quickly. I was just under a lot of stress here, man. And Deja is going to be up next. Deja is 1, I think. Yep. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Got himself a Warlock stun onto Prox. No trinket available this time. He's going to get himself maybe a Tyrant. Does have a wall. Tyrant is available. Prox trying to go for the Skull Bash. Looks like he's not going to be able to get too far away. Maybe the Tyrant will get 1 or 2 casts in. I think maybe 1. Maybe 1. But still quite a lot of pets chasing after him. Just trying to go for a little bit of line of sight. At the worst. Leaping on top of Deja. I don't really know. It looks like Deja might be out of CDs here. I think it's going to be an opportunity for Prox to create an opening for a win right now. Port available for Deja. Staying mobile against the Pharaoh is going to be a good idea. I even forgot Telrin is still in here. Hopefully he'll get a chance to play at some point. But we'll see. First we got to see if Deja and Prox who wins there. Deja getting that sneaky drain. Doing quite good for him right now though. He needs to maintain his health as best possible. Mortal Call onto Prox. And it doesn't look like he has any pets to get any CC chains to follow. Big port available for Deja though. Getting the hell out of the drain. Lifesteal onto Prox. Does get a Skull Bash. So you should still be able to get demonic summons in. Bosker Jabama's joined the fight. Handle Goldana available. Maybe he'll be able to get himself summon rolling. Looks like it's going to be a port instead. As Prox does go for some cooldowns, might be a perfect opportunity for Danger to just kind of go for a lot of CC chains onto Prox, try to deny as much of the damage that Prox has saved up right here with Berserk. Got some big shreds available. That's going to be big bites too, more bites as well. Danger taking a lot of pressure. I think it might be done and done right now. Get interrupted on a Demon Bolt, and down he goes with Fenny. Fenny, the Demon Hunter, going to be up next versus Prox. Kind of missing him for a second. Biking him though. Barkskin is over. Oh no, Barkskin maybe? Barkskin doesn't show up as a UI. It looked like he had Barkskin for a second. But it looks like it's just thorns, and he looks like he's just a toy that makes him look darker than usual. Fenny is trying to see if he might be able to do something. Can a Demon Hunter do anything against a Feral? Because I felt like in the last patch, Demon Hunters maybe could stand toe to toe with a Feral Druid. Like a Feral could cheese billion bite setup with a bunch of roots and win. But a Demon Hunter, if you could catch a Feral in a single stun without a trinket, with just so much pressure onto a Feral. Big dress coming out by what looks like Prox. It looks like Fenny does go down fairly quick. The Snoopy, the last one left on team 2. Looks like he's going to give Prox a bit of an honor duel here, man. At least letting him catch up on health. Not a lot of mana available. Got him some food, some drinks. So that's perfect. So this is going to be a bit of an honorable duel at the very least. Prox without a trinket, though. Not going to have Berserk, so I think Snoopy coming in with every single cooldown available. It looks like they're both playing the same style, same matchup. Are they even going to start in stealth? Looks like Snoopy is just going to try to see if he can let an opener. Barks available for Prox. It looks like Snoopy is still going to commit a lot of damage either way. Thorns are available. He's going to pop Thorns of his own. Ursul's kind of yeeting Snoopy back over. Does play Ursul's of his own, kind of just gripping him out from behind the pillow, which is interesting. Big dress available. Snoopy's going to trick it out of that setup. And Prox, I think, might be going down here unless he can somehow figure out some way to keep his health above the water. Looks like he cannot. Snoopy finds himself super low in health. Talaran, perfect opportunity for him to maybe charge in and catch Snoopy off guard, but maybe he'll give him an honor duel as well. Looks like he's going to allow the honor duel as an arms warrior. They're at 2% dampening, so a lot of the healing is going to be gone. Snoopy is without a trinket, so Talaran, in a sense, could maybe come out of this alive. Trinkets out of that opener by Snoopy. Parry available immediately. That's going to be a big blow to the enemy root on for Talaran. Has to Bladestorm out of it. Leaping cannot catch up to Snoopy. Losing out a lot of the value in his damage. Does drop a banner down. Snoopy looking to maybe kill that banner just in between of running behind, running around the pillar. It looks like a lot of Talaran's cooldowns are just gone completely. Popping himself back into defensive stance. And that's going to be Avatar as well as Warbreaker completely out of the question now. Bash comes out by Snoopy. He's going to get himself some cooldowns rolling. Talaran is going to be quite a rough one here, man. Unless he can somehow find Snoopy in like a stun. And it doesn't look like he plays a stun either. With Thorns and him being so low, with the dodge sticking down. I don't really know what Talaran could do at this point. I think it's over for the most part. Does get himself one last Warbreaker, but that's going to be Snoopy taking him out. Closing off the game, dude. That big burst by Tasty, by the way, is still gonna just go down as probably the biggest burst I've ever seen. Prox making a nice return with a 1v3. Adam trying to hold his own as best he could, almost deleting the monk out of there immediately. All right, boys, let's get another one going, yeah. Let's get another one up and running, boys. Another one. I keep calling it BFA. I need to do SLEU 3 now. Yeah, I need to get in the habit of it. I think it's Talix and Tepa. We gotta get him in here. Marcy. Should we get? Let's try to get some new people in, man. Let's get Alex and see how I'm gonna play. We got Lenoa here, new ready 5. I guess we can get him versus Tepa. And Krager's gonna be on standby. Yeah, let's get Marcy, man. Marcy, because I haven't seen the name Marcy in so long in these duels. Let me see if I got the heart to Dalaran, because I like that zone a lot better. It's just easier and prettier on the eyes. We got some loser roller on. Rip Dal Prime, dude. Dal Prime is gonna be a-okay, man. Come on. He's a survival hunter, dude. He'll survive. He'll be okay. Where's Tasty? Somewhere in here. He was in the last group just now. Ruins of Lord are on. Hell yeah, dude. Getting kite as well. I'm scared to play melee. I feel like in PvP kites happen, but melee have usually quite a decent amount of mobility. I don't think it's an end of the world being kited. I think there's ways around it too. A lot of classes I think have around it. Dude, you already put the black market auction house Brutosaur. I mean, they already put the Brutosaur in the black market auction house. Bid starts at 5 mil, so it's probably going to be even more expensive now. That's the only way to get it. So Twitch. We got Stealth Team 1 with Pyro Burn, playing obviously a Fire Mage, that's pretty usual. We got ourselves Dream in here, as well as Sugar Cookie as a Shadow Priest. We got Humanity, as well as Kata as a Balanced Druid versus Team 2. We got ourselves Sadie, we got ourselves Christina, going to be opening up first onto Kata, getting the big old bite rolling immediately. And it's going to go for, trying to go for a Cyclone. This Kata actually was still under a lot of pressure right now. Kata actually looking like he's going to melt. The blades are just wrecking him right now. The procs are doing huge work, but looks like maybe some recovery is happening here. Bark's going to available for the both of them. Huge starts are just coming out for Kata, trying to see if he can get a Cyclone, and does clone the Boomkin. Boomkin trinkets out of it immediately. Christina is going to get an interrupt on the nature for a second there. Kata under a lot of pressure, but not willing to give up. Which one's Kata? Kata's 5. Christina's 2, yep. Kata still under a ton of dot pressure, though. Does he have any more tricks up his sleeve? He has Incarnation. Trying to see if he can get a Cyclone to Christina. Christina does have a Skull Bash. Bash onto Kata now. Does he maybe stop him for a second? If he can somehow get the clone off, he might be okay. Does get the clone. Regrows. Keeping him alive. Barely getting the cast out back to back. But he's not out of the woods just yet. Thorns available as Christina goes in for a stun. Into a Bear Roar. Skull Bash. Cyclone trying to come out. Yeah, not all you can really do against that. They're just going to Cyclone while the Thorns are up. That's super unfortunate, dude. That actually is so... That's a hard one to play against. It looks like Kata did catch up on a little bit of help. Bark's going to be available very, very soon. Skull Bash into Kata. He's going to get a psych. Oh, no, he's not. No, he's not. Christina had a little bit of a punch ready for him on Team 2. We do have Sane. We do have ourselves Christina. We got ourselves Giant Deer. We got Lillian Boss, as well as Cold Blood X. Playing that a subtlety still. Okay, alright, we'll see how it goes. Sugar Cookie, though, is going to be up next as a Shadow Priest. Got big old red eyes. Eyes that need to meet bloodlust, that is. Just dumping down a bunch of dots onto a Feral Druid. Big bash out of the Feral. Just going to go for Disperse pretty early on with a, Cyclone by Christina, just trying to at least wait out the cooldowns from Sugar Cookie. But he's probably going to catch himself a reset off of that Cyclone. That was actually a Vampiric Base as well as a Dispersed by Sugar Cookie. Interesting choice of cooldowns. Fear onto Christina to follow, and he's gonna just scooting out of there. Just sliding out of there. Dropping down the Mind Bender should be a lot of insanity for Sugar Cookie with a bunch of DPs if he's able to get him rolling. Goes for a little bit of a dodge right now as he's trying to avoid the bite from the Feral. DPs are coming down. Does he have enough survivability? The Shadowlands might not be enough. Actually, looks like barely enough. There's going to be an interrupt, though, by Christina. Looking to close out the game with a big old bite. We are going to be hitting that 3-minute CD. And it looks like Humanity is going to try to see if he can get over there. This is going to get stopped by the Ursals, and Christina already made it all the way to the other side. Caught up under a little bit of heals and should be good to go with a restyle. How's Christina looking? Looks like Christina hasn't popped the trinket if they are running one. They are going to have Berserk available very, very soon. That's also going to be a little bit of a bleed available, potentially. And it goes a stun by Christina onto Humanity. Trying to go for the big old bite. Looks like he wasn't able to get the bite going. That's going to be a big old karma from Humanity. Big bite with the blood of the enemy to Christina. That's going to be huge. Fist of Fury taking him out. Blood of the enemy. Monk with a bike and big fists. That was huge. And a karma. So you did have to burn a lot. But maybe that's his playstyle is going to be every 1.5 minutes. He's just going to go for big damage. Every single time. Cold Blood is going to be 5, and Humanity is, I think, 4. Big damage for Cold Blood with a Eviscerate and a Dress right now. Does he just take the Monk out? Getting hit with the Disarm is going to Trinket out of the Disarm. Humanity got himself a Fist of Fury, but looks like it's not going to be enough as Cold Blood the Shadow Steps and Eviscerates him. Nothing personal, kid. Dream is going to be up next as a Frost Mage. I think him and Cold Blood already had a duel. That's going to be a little bit of a reset. He's going to drop down Blizzard on one side, try to see if he can send the pet maybe at the Rogue. Looks like it's going to be a reset. Dream is going to have himself a little bit of a game here. Versus Cold Blood X. Wait, swapping the wrong guy. Okay, so that's here. That's here. Okay, yeah, again, it's still bugged from the pre-patch, right? Because it looks like Cold Blood as the top right of his team should be number 1, and bottom right should be Sad as number 5. But Cold Blood ends up being number 5, and number 1 is Sad. So, yeah, and Dream is number 2 on his team, which I would think it would be number 3. Chronological order from top to bottom. At least that makes sense. Vanish coming out for Cold Blood. Does get hit with the Frostbolts. I don't think that takes him out of stealth though. Does he hit him with a Blizzard? He does hit him with a Blizzard. Finding the Rogue out. Gonna send a couple lances at him and a Frozen Orb behind the pillar. Cold Blood is actually just gonna need someone to keep him toasty because he just tried to keep him cool behind the pillar. Hey man, you're wearing all that armor. You're looking like you're sweating a little bit. Let me cool you off a little. He's gonna catch a cold instead actually. Cold trying to see if he can maybe get himself line inside. Does get rooted. Dream is just not letting him play the game, but maybe after all these roots, maybe that might be over. And Cold could finally go for some damage. Is gonna get even more roots. The shatters are huge. Try to stay away from the shadow step range. Cold could actually shadow step to the bed if he wants to blow blizzards around the corner. Try to see if he can walk away. Maybe shadow step into Dream if he's close enough. Maybe might be able to. He just keeps getting him with lances. His bed is attacking him at all times. He's gonna go way behind the pillar. At this point, the mage is gonna have to push up. Cold Blood could shadow step from here. Roots him from behind him. Is he just gonna die to the roots? Cloaks and Shadow sprinting in there. It's gonna be a killer shot. Blinking out of it. It's shadow step. A cheap shot. But I think Cold Blood is out of it, man. I think he's done. He's trying to get himself a bit of a sip pickup. The pet is gonna start wailing on him. The sip pickup is gonna keep him alive, but he's not gonna be able to get out of combat nearly as easily. That's gonna be a blink by the mage. Looking to close the gap. Maybe the pet keep him in combat. Wait, maybe he catch a reset? Looks like he catches a... Oh no, almost caught a reset. Now they get thrown at the rogue. Nothing you can do, and now he goes. Oh my god. He actually just spent so much time behind a tombstone just getting rained off by blizzards and random ice lances the Dream can throw down at him. But it's kind of funny. Say this is going to be up next as a survival hunter, dropping in a tower trap. I don't know why they took him out in combat, but he dropped in a tower trap and then took him out of camo. Looks like he does miss an interrupt on the Dream. He's going to be able to get... Oh, dress missing completely. Palmer onto the hunter. He does take it out of it immediately. The Dream does get himself a shield into another repoly onto Sadist. Dress missed completely. That was insane. Just blinked out of it and Sadist just got too excited for it. That's going to be some images available for Dream. He's going to have those images absorb some of the damage from Sadist. But Dream is actually under a lot of pressure. Does have to ice block this. It's going to break the ice block pretty quickly. More frostbolts flying at Sadist. Looks like Sadist just doesn't have any ways to stop it for now. And all he can really do is root Sadist and maybe go for some big shadows. He's going to have to let up some big damage right now. Going in for a lot of roots. That's probably going to be a harpoon available for Sadist. No, he just actually disengages at Dream. Dream better be very careful. That's going to be a nice Frozen Orb. Sadist has two options, run into it or run out of it. Dream is super low, exchanging some of those Mongoose Bites back to back. The Eagle's flying with Dream. It looks like Dream actually might be done and done here. Not a lot of health roll available. Trying to get a Blizzard and Sadist around the corner. It looks like the kill shot comes out. Was that really the last one? I guess it was. I didn't even realize Christina came in with 2 kills back to back. Big blood of the enemy play by the Monk. And then a Frost Mage just whittled down a Rogue over time. I kind of like that duel, not gonna lie. There's a bit of a mishmash of everything happening, but I liked it. That was good. Alright, we gotta get Alex, we gotta get... Wait, Alex and Marcy just get to play. I think we're gonna tap on the Nova. We're gonna get somebody versus Krager as well. And then we got Atha, we got Nerflucia. Those guys gotta get a play as well. Alright, let's get another one going, boys. Tempo and Lenovo. Hopefully you guys are ready, because you guys would be next. Lenovo and Tempo PUCT. T-E-P-O-P-U-C-T. Ugh. I feel like I should spell it out better next time. Okay, do you see it? Can you log back in? Wait, were you supposed to play and you didn't get to? Because I was thinking maybe somebody didn't get to play on the other team. That's unfortunate, man. I left out. Sorry about it. My team left too. Oh, okay. Okay, we can get Lenovo versus Krager then. We can do that. Krager and Lenovo. Stepo is going to be out for now. We got Marcy, we got versus Atho. We can maybe separate Marcy and throw him against Nerflucio. Alex and Athaman played actually, so we can get Marcy versus Alex and Athaman versus Nerflucio. I feel like Athaman and Nerflucio already played though. Crap. I think we have to do Nerflucio and Alex and Marcy versus Atho. That's what we'll have to do it. Because Atho and Nerflucio played, I think. But Alex and Nerflucio hasn't played. Atho and Alex played. Marcy played somebody, I forgot who. I don't think it was Atha though. Marcy just got to play. We got to play Alex. Okay, that'll work out. Okay, yeah, I want you to re. Lenovo and Krager getting you guys right back in there. Just got here, started streaming 69 minutes ago. Nice. Nice. Okay, I'm starting to get into the hang of it, right, and saving him as SLEU and stuff like that. Starting to get into the hang of things, into the swing of things. This is fun. I'm actually enjoying the pre-patch stuff right now so much. So Twitch, is this any different than the PTR? It feels like it's a little different. Not too different. I feel like the games are really quick though. PTR felt like they were kind of slow. We got ourselves team 1 with Lenovo. Gonna be maybe first, maybe last, but as their team has Affliction Warlock. Trying that out. We also got Palalaf as a Retribution Paladin. Here we go. Now I can see a little better. That's a nice necklace. We got ourselves also Shaken as a Shadow Priest Light Spawn. Literally, Light's Dawn. That's a Dawn of Light. As well as Poe as a Demon Hunter versus Team 2. We got ourselves Krager. We got ourselves Ramstein as an Holy DK by the looks of it. We got ourselves Francesca. Frenchie. That's really close enough. Alfera as well as... Wait, who am I missing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh! Rock. Wait. Doctor. OG. Doctor. Alright. Ram taking a lot of damage right now though versus... Oh, as he's going to go for a big old meta, stunning all those pets. It looks like Ramstein is just going to try to kite Poe around as best as he can, letting the pets do a lot of work. Darkness coming down for the Demon Hunter is under a lot of pressure. Is the Demon Hunter actually going to be able to survive? Trying to see if he can get some cleave off of those pets, but the leech might not be enough. Looks like he's barely surviving this, but could go down any moment. Massive heal for the Demon Hunter out of nowhere. I guess from Maloa with the Warlock House. That's going to be Ramstein dropping down every defensive available. Lynchborn, but is he going to stay alive? It's going to be the Demon Hunter up in the air. I think Ramstein is just out of options now. I think he's going to be going down unless he someone survives. Wait, barely in the health. Does go for a selfie at the last second. Both of these showed super low. As Ramstein just trying to kite around Poe, hoping the pet does a lot of the work. Stuns the Demon Hunter. Might be able to take him out right here. Does he have enough? It looks like barely, but Lenovo takes him out. Snipes him as the two juggernauts just came in there, fighting one another. And Krager is going to be up next versus Lenovo. I see he's just loading him up full of dots. Going to be the Nazat chicken available port out for Lenovo. Got the Darklet doing a lot of damage right now. The dots are just melting the guy. Reflect over full Lenovo. Krager might have to play very defensively, try to go for a self kill. We'll see what works out for him. Does go for an interrupt onto Lenovo. He's going to be using a throw, heroic throw. Lenovo bailing out of there with a port again. Or maybe Void of Rachel actually. Succubus CC onto Krager. Does break out of it somehow though. And Lenovo, perfect opportunity for you to get all the dots back up and running onto Krager. Krager looks like he's going to have a lot of survivability outside of Lenovo's cooldowns. Does get the Haunt, does get the UA. That's going to be a lot of damage for Krager to deal with. While available for Lenovo, does go for Warlock House, and he's going to re-add another UA until the Krager doesn't really need him. Krager popped in Reflect in case there was going to be big damage out of Lenovo. He's going to get a UA. Malefic Raptures follow, doing some damage drain. Live interrupts and immediately Krager still under quite a bit of pressure. Going for as much self kills as possible. Looks like the C breaking him. Looks like someone else breaks him out of stealth. I'm not really sure, or breaks him out of CC. I'm not really sure what. Lenovo able to get the cast off as Krager does not have a way to stop it. Reflect over for Lenovo. What's he going to reflect from Krager? Down he goes to win the execute. As Lenovo had himself a really good setup versus Krager, but looks like it didn't really go anywhere. Krager goes in for a massive Rage Regeneration. It's going to be Pala F going up next with a Shield of Vengeance. As it looks like Krager is going to be able to get himself a lot of recovery for this duel. Looking to get away from the Paladin ASAP. Krager rotating the Nazat Strinket. How's he going to do against the Paladin? Looks like the Paladin hasn't even went off with the big wings just yet. That's not going to be the execute sentence yet. That was final verdict earlier though. Maybe you saw Krager trying to tank up and he was like, you know what, I'm going to wait out these cooldowns. Hodging himself though as the Reflect comes out for Krager. Paladin should probably be a little bit more careful with that Hodge as he just got himself stunned. Did he also use the Human Rachel to break himself out of that one? That would be very, very unfortunate. But that was a perfect setup for Krager. Wings available. Krager looking to get the hell out of there. Trying to disrupt the wings from Pala F as best as he can. Is going to just wait it out. Not all you can really do while wings are up. That's going to be a Paladin's best opportunity here to do the most damage, but also get the most healing. Looks like they're not really going to charge at Krager head-on, headstrong first. So maybe them waiting that long is going to be bad. Krager walks out at Pala with a Reflect, goes in for a Blaze Storm as the Hodge comes out, so he denies the stun from Pala. That's going to be the final verdict available for the Paladin. As Krager goes in for a bit of reckless of his own. I think Pala so far has been outplayed in every corner. Might have to bubble this right here. Safeguard trigger proc and bubble or bot might need to come out. It is going to be bubble coming out. And that's going to be Shatter Throw for Krager. Does Palaf have enough time to get himself some heals? It's going to be Shield Events available right now, which is perfect for him. Should be able to recover a lot of health. Todd to the Krager, no way to stop this one. It looks like Palaf is playing very, very defensively. Krager does decide to burn a trinket in order to maybe see if he can stop a cast from Palaf. So he had a trinket this whole time, even though it didn't show up in the UI. But he had a trinket. Big hammer hanging over Krager's head. Might he be able to maybe turn around damage with a Palaf? Does the Paladin get the big hammer damage here? Looks like it's going to be decent, but not the biggest he could have. Thrown in the bike at Krager as well. Probably should have thrown the bike with the hammer. Bop available for the Paladin though, and Krager is looking just to bail the hell out of there. Not going to let the Paladin get some freebie damage on him, get some distance. Gateman coming out. Oh, it looks like it's going to be yet another reflect by Krager. Just punishing this Paladin, making it look super predictable. Going to be a big final vertical. Looks like Paladin does not really line up his cooldowns together super well. It's going to be Wings with Final Verdict, but where's the execution sentence? Krager is going to have himself a Zot trinket that lasted for quite a while. The Paladin still has a lot of healing capability. We only did 1% damage, so it's going to be a longer duel here. But so far it looks like Krager is just able to disrupt this Paladin quite handily. And the Paladin keeps kind of desyncing their cooldowns. Blades are available for Krager. Try to see if he can dodge that Hammer of Justice. No trinket to stop this one. It looks like the Paladin is going to be able to continue to get himself out of this situation. Does get interrupted the last second. Could be getting close to execute range. The Shield Event is going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. Krager does get himself a Ignore Pain, which does get burned through pretty quickly with that Shield of Vengeance. Because of a lot of that self-heals or self-sustainability he has. He does have Palo super low. Maybe a charge with Execute. Oh, landing the Execute in the last second. The animation is already going through. The attack connected. And then the Paladin barely have much. If only had a Word of Glory that just keeps himself alive, maybe he could have done something. Shaken is going to be up next on Team 2. So number 3, 1, 3, 1. Okay, Shaken going in with a big damage off the bat. With Void Eruption, got himself Void from rolling. Krager got the Zot trinket running for him. As a big shield, as a big defensive to try to save off the damage out of Shaken. Does interrupt him on a healer. Shaken goes for a greater fade. Shaken still has plenty defensive. That's going to be no more interrupts for Krager, so he can catch up on heals. We're only at 6 minutes into this duel, 9% dampening. It's going to take us a little bit of time before we see either one of these two going down. But looks like Krager is actually getting some substantial damage into Shaken. Looks like he's getting some big damage in. Shaken does get a DP rolling into Krager. Does have for himself the Vampiric Embrace, but looks like the healing is there, but not nearly as massive as it was back on the PTR. Looks like on live servers, it's just a little different. But maybe the dots and the DPs are starting to catch up. Krager getting caught in the stun. Mind control right after. So you can't even stop it at all. He's going to have to take the dots. But looks like the dots are not the biggest that they could be. Otherwise, Krager would normally be just melting in front of our eyes. Not a lot we could really do. It looks like Shaken just random defensively rather than to pop all the dots and aggressively just keep him CC'd for a very long time. Krager needs to be very, very careful when he gets interrupts. Not getting juked so far. That's going to be Shaken getting juked as I try to go for a greater fade. Looks like Shaken was actually expected to get juked. Or expected to juke Krager, but instead got interrupted. That's going to be Shaken catching up with a little bit of that heals. 50% dampening. Not the biggest, but it's starting to really wear onto Shaken. Looks like Krager has better sustainability at this point, where Shaken just keeps trucking at him. The Zot can rotate so he can get more rage offensively. That's going to be reflected on Shaken. That's going to be a reflected DP. Or maybe a stun, though. Perfect. Shaken was very, very careful. Goes in for a Void Eruption. Trinket available for Krager. He's super low. Shaken is super low. Who's going to be going down first? This person available for Shaken. Might have to use it here as early as possible. Dropping even more DPs into Krager and try to see if he can disperse out of here. Sending a Void of Racial, kind of running in the other direction to separate from Krager. Leaping in, charging. A big heal for Krager. Shaken does have a greater fade. He's going to mind control for Krager. Does not have a way out of it, but still caught up on a lot of heals just now. He was super low, charged in, massive heal, and got a bunch of bloodthirst in there, as many as he could. So both of these two juggernauts just went through all their defensives and most of the offensives. But both of them were also playing on a very, very short CDs for the most part. 2 minutes, 1.5 minute stuff. But that's just a back and forth. I remember Krager just having to fight through Shaken, and then it would just be an hour-long duel of them just dustling back and forth. But it looks like it's a little bit closer now. And Krager, I feel like eventually Krager does die if Shaken can get a big old DP setup. And for Krager, it's really just trying to catch Shaken on the back foot, making a mistake. But maybe I'm going to be wrong about this one, but that's what I observed from the duels before. Fear by Krager trying to disrupt Shaken from the mind controls. Can't really stop the MCs. Does go for Reflect, so that is Reflect being burned here. Does not have a Blaze Storm to stop that mind control. And Shaken is going to be able to run him out of there. Again, playing it very, very defensively. At least getting Cracker the hell out of there. Trying to get some Shadowlands. Does get the interrupt on the Shadowman. Can Cracker maybe turn up the heat now that Shaken is locked out? Potentially, going to be a VT onto Cracker instead. Shaken does have Empirical Base. It's also going to be a Void Eruption. It's going to be a lot of self-heals and damage to Cracker. Stuns him with a bunch of DPs rolling. Does Cracker escape out of this somehow? Pops to Reflect for a second, maybe getting the DP back at the Shaken at most. That's going to be that interrupt. As a massive spell was trying to come out for Shaken. Did he end up getting himself dotted up? That's why he's trying to massive spell, maybe? I wonder. Cracker again getting MC to the corner. Just putting the big man in the corner. But you can see, like, every time he MCs, he doesn't have the big dots rolling. He doesn't have the big DPs rolling. So it's very much a defensive MC every single time. We are hitting to the 10-minute mark. 30% dampening. This is where dampening is really going to start rotting your health. The amount of healing you had so far has been pretty fantastic. But we'll see if it continues on. Shaken does get a bunch of dots reflected back to himself. Cracker does not sit the stun long at all. Hoping to maybe get a pummel. Microtroll's coming out. Blaze Storm's Microtroll. Maybe can get the pummel on the next one. Shaken super low. Minor Disperse here. Super low. Extremely low. Does go for a Greater Fate for a second. Cracker is also very low. There goes the Disperse. Cracker does get himself a short charge out of it though. Cracker has his own codens ready as well. Let's see which one goes first, boys. Who goes down first? Who do you think, Cracker or Shaken? The Shadow Priest Warrior does send with a fear of disrupting the cast, but Cracker's health is still in a very bad spot. Has to reflect for that DP though. So he does throw the DP back to Shaken. That's going to be his Nazat Trinket. Might be able to give him a lot of survivability here. Big Execus need to come out. Shaken looking like he might be able to stay alive here. Does get a stun onto Cracker. Michael to follow again. Very defensive. Shaken have any dots? Oh! The dots do take him out. Whatever dot he had, probably a Katiku. Most like a Katiku. Lights Dawn is going to be up next. Is another Retribution Paladin. Cracker's just having to go through so many Paladins here. Shadow Priest and Paladins, man. He's not afraid. But he's going to be able to match this Paladin. Lights Dawn is going in for big damage now. Playing Crusade. So he's going to go for a very much rampy style. At 39% dampening. Is that going to be good for him? I think Paladin still probably has the best healing even in dampening. I could be proven wrong, though. Very possible I could be proven wrong. Oh, what? I'm not even sure, because he just died with Bubble and Bob. Huh. I'm not really sure what happened. Maybe Cracker did he interrupt him, maybe? Cracker won with the 1v4. Look at that healing. What a god. I have no idea, dude. I don't understand what just happened. I just don't understand what happened. But there it is, dude. But there it is. He didn't pop Bubble or Bop. I was kind of expecting it. I was waiting. Huh. I think I got pretty good at the whole, like, watch the duels and as soon as something happens, I can say it, kind of. Commentate it. And then we're just waiting for Bubble and Bop. And I didn't see it. And my brain was like, wait, I'm not talking. I'm like, wait, what happened? That was it, dude. I guess that was the duel. Alright, let's get another one going, boys. Get another one up and running, boys. Clearly PvP channel, this is balanced. I don't know if PvP has ever been balanced, to be fair. Has it been balanced in Classic? No. Was it balanced in Kata? No. BC? Probably not. Was it balanced in Wrath? Heard Death Knights? Was it balanced in Cataclysm? No. Remember Sub Rogues? Was it balanced in Mop? No. Remember Beastmaster Hunter? Was it balanced in WAD? No. Remember Alpha Rogue? Was it balanced in Legion? Oh, did I miss Mop? I skipped Mop, I think. Mop? Oh, Beastmaster Hunter. Yeah, I did say. Oh, Arms Warrior too. What was busted in Legion? Ellie Shaman? Maybe? Demon Hunter? What about BFA? What was balanced? No, Boomkin. They were balanced pretty poorly. That's what I'll say. Yeah, corruptions. I guess I can say. What about Shadowlands? I mean BFA. Remember Gushing Wind? Your good old pal? Your good old buddy? Made anybody busted. I feel like PvP is going to have a bit of a disbalance because the game is balanced for 3v3s. It's not balanced for 1v1s. But 1v1s is still a lot of fun, man. This is my favorite part of the game, honestly. Part is a 1v1, being able to try to see if you can beat the enemy, try to see if you can do something. It's not about even beating the enemy, it's all about self-improvement more than anything. At least for me it is. Can I get a little better? Can I get a little better at countering another class? Can I sometimes maybe get a win? Even if it's all against all odds, you know what I mean? That's what's really enjoyable for me. 9 gushing or dress? Yeah, dude, there you go. There you go. I hope it was the closest balance PvP has been. I think some seasons, Mark, yeah, Mob definitely was the most... probably one of the better balance systems. It had a lot of class abilities. It was a lot of possibility for classes to specialize and challenge themselves and outfit themselves in a variety of different ways for PvP scenarios, whether it's BGs, arenas, or whatever. And just about every spec in the game, even tanks, were all viable and playable at just about every level. Just about everything was playable. Like, you actually didn't have like so much of a meta, right? Like Assassination Rogue being top best in PvP meta, kind of like a BFA, or Windwalker Monks, or Unholy DKs over Frost for the most part, or Arms Warriors over Fury Warriors for the most part, except for like one season, season 2. Stuff like that, you know what I mean? It was less meta and you could really play whatever you wanted. I mean, in the end, there was like the strongest classes out there, but you really had a lot of room to play. At least that's how I remember it. You make a 5-5, but you fight in one. Yeah, at some point I will. I'll play on the NA mostly. Alright, boys, send me a whisper to see who do we have for 5V5 1v1 Duels. I lost track of all your whispers. I don't even know who has a group but who doesn't. We just had Krager and Linoa play, so let's see if Alex, Nerf, Lucio, and all the other boys are here as well. What is going on? Never mind. Just my Google Chrome. It was going on a pre-patch now. There we go. This is some of my Google Chrome looking like it's downloading something. And I think I know what it is. Bro, I turned into the Bloodthirsty here for like 40k. Yeah, of course. But that's always been a thing with Fury Warriors, though. We should do a test to see how the Warrior would do, and the SATA Trinket was banned. So you can see if it's really Fury Warrior killing or the Trinket carry. Yo, can someone link me like the details? Or like a SCADA? Or a recount of how well did Krager heal that last game? Because normally I would have details here, but it kind of fucks with the UI a little. Marcel and Athaman, or I can get Marcy in here. Keep calling you Marcel, it's Marcy. Marcy and me. Marcy and Atho. Next up in the 5V5 1v1, center practice one of these. How to participate? To join one of the LFG groups is available. Kren was spamming earlier at macro. If you guys want to know how to join these, we have a write-up in our Discord down in the description below. Definitely should join our Discord. We have a lot of useful information there with links. But we also have chat, so you can chat, and that's probably the easiest place to reach me, unless you DM me on Twitter or something. But yeah, but join one of the pre-made groups in LFG, like today with the EU. So we have people on EU live right now making groups in LFG, and you join in one of those groups and you get to play. Or you can start one if you don't see one, and you can add me on Real ID once you have a 5-man team, and I'll queue you against another person. So once you're in, you do /roll to find out who's going to go first and last. And there's some rules in these, like Pharaohs, be out of stealth unless you're dueling kind of deal. Rogues be out of stealth unless you're dueling. So you can see Rogues cheatsy doodling, Warlocks can share Warlock Hellstones, Mage can share the interlink buff, stuff like that. Warriors can share their buffs. But it's like little rules just to make it a little bit more and a little bit interesting. Switch. Because it's not truly 1v1, it's a 5v1, so you get like some group benefits. So let's say like Demon Hunters is the best class. We don't want people to have 5 Demon Hunters. Bring a Warlock, bring a Warrior, so now you can have a buff or whatever, you know, stuff like that. We like diversity in these 5v5s. I think it's the best part, diversity of classes. Alrighty, we got ourselves Team 1 with Snoopy. We got ourselves Daedry in the back with Athaman as a red. We gotta have ourselves this. Oh my god, what? I looked away for 5 seconds, and you already killed a man. And now you're getting murdered yourself with Blue Brooks. What is that? What happened to humanity? The monk that killed Человечество, which is kind of like humanity, I think is how it translates. What just happened? He actually got deleted. What'd you hit him with? It looks like he's actually playing ambush playstyle here. It looks like he's just gonna get some dots at the proc, just trying to see if he can disconnect from him. Looks like the crippling poison is doing work. As long as he's able to maintain crippling poison, he'll be okay. Cloaker shot is available for Des. So looking to maybe get the hell out of there. Does catch a cheap shot onto Prox. It looks like it's going to be DR. Does have evasion for this one though. Looks like Prox is just trying to see if he can get the hell out of there for a moment. It looks like Des is going to back out of that completely. Also on the team Des, we got us as Fenny. And as well on the other team, we got us as Alzimon. We got us as Prox, which is out here right now. We kind of watch this duel. With Des does land the stun. Looks like it's going to be big bites, maybe dress to fall. A bash right after. It looks like the bleeds might have Des down. That's also going to be here Kata as well as Dream. And Des is just in a bit of a bad spot right now. Wait, does this actually... Oh, it almost tracks people properly as supposed to. Des trying to go for a mark for Des. Does he get the kidney shot? Thorns are available, so it looks like Des might just have to run the hell out of there. Has a Vendetta. Maybe they could wait until the next kidney shot. Trying to get some slows on the Prox. It looks like the cripple poison doesn't work, but the dots are already on him, and that's going to be Prox taking them out. I have no idea what he did to that monk, but that monk died so quickly. As I was just going to go introduce everybody here for a second, dude. Just give me a second. Just, can you give me a minute to introduce everybody? Not going to happen though, dude. There's going to be Atherman up next, which is Prox. Probably just trying to stay mounted. Looking to maybe get a reset onto Ather. Looks like Ather's going to hit him with a slow. Keeping the kitty in combat. Does he mount up? Looks like he's not going to go for the mount up. He's just going to wait it out. Oh man, unless. Big old bite onto Ather. Try to get the big damage. Big old rip maybe. Big old bite and thorns available. Ather's going to be under a lot of pressure. Does try to go for as much self-healing. That's going to be his health kind of jumping around, yo-yoing back and forth from high to low. He's going to put a lot of pressure into this man. Ursul stopping him as the Cyclone tries to come out. Can't stop the Cyclone. It looks like Prox is going to catch himself a direct, guaranteed reset. I don't know why. What's the point of that Cyclone? I think you could have just ran away from Ather, but maybe you wanted to stop him from being able to pony up after him. Maybe that was the purpose to it. Prox getting more bleeds and more setup going. That's going to be a blind to Prox. He could shrink it if he wants to. Going to be big damage as Prox go for anything. Wall is available. This hammer's not going to do work though. Popping out of counter for a second. Wall still there. The hammer does slam down Hodge and it's going to shrink it out of it, trying to bail out of there. Atherman just Prox a huge amounts of damage into Prox with that hammer. Using a blind. So I wonder if Ather could have actually maybe hammered, then blinded Prox, and then hit him with a holy spells like in the last second. That might have been the way to go. Big bite back to Ather. Whoa! Huge damage! Huge Drestigath. And with no more scaling, Ather just gets melted before a bubble or Bob can even be played. Even Chill of Vengeance was not getting used. Prox got himself a bit of a mean bite here so far. I got some dudes out here that got some big bursts available. Fenny, how is he going to play against Prox though? How's the Demon Hunter going to do? It looks like he doesn't see him, doesn't find him. The Spectral side going to be a lead by Prox. He's trying to get the big bleeds up and running. Fenny landing a stun with the Fell Rush. Doesn't look like he plays the Mortal Strike effect from the Fell Rushes. It looks like Prox was actually under quite a lot of pressure just now. That was a nice big burst for Fenny. I think it was addressed with the I-Beam just now. Quite a bit of damage either way. Among got hit by 9k by Dress. That is nuts, dude. Drestigath at 9k. That's basically like half your health, dude. Looks like Fenny tried to go Spectral side to see if he can find the Feral, but Feral came first to him. Dust of Thorns available. It's going to be Blade Dance. Let's just go to hit you back. Maybe you might want to take all of the Thorns. It's going to do a lot of damage to you. Okay, the Strike's not doing your work, and that's going to be Darkness taking you out. As Thorns and Bleeds are just wrecking you. Snoopy is going to be the savior of this team, dude. The Feral threat has to be managed. The Snoopy is going to be the one to do it, man. He has to be the one to do it. There's no other option. Let's go for a Reaping Flame onto Prox. Bash to follow. Bark's available for Prox immediately. That's going to be Snoopy with all the dots, all the damage loaded into Prox. Lots of pressure. Try to go for a lead, but it's going to be rude. Prox going for a massive heal. The Dress takes it back down a notch. That's going to be the nice Ursul stopping Snoopy for a second as Prox is continuing to self-kill as best as possible. Let's see, maybe get an opener in his zone. It's going to be Prox coming back with cooldowns very, very soon. Snoopy taking a very defensive stance. Has a Ursuls of his own. It looks like Prox is just going to play that very defensively. It looks like he has a bunch of dots ready for Snoopy. Does get hit with a stun. Trinket's out of it. Does Snoopy have a trinket? He does. Could maybe set one up. And Prox is looking to get himself some more calm points. Badger to Snoopy, big dress. Snoopy Trinket's at late, kind of. Does get a wall, though. It looks like it's going to be stabilization for the both of them. Prox goes for a massive heal just now. We're at the 5 minutes, 5% dampen. It's not like it's going to stop these two, but it might allow him a little bit of survivability. It's going to be a maim by Snoopy. Does he have a big go? It looks like he does. Maim into a big old brutal swipes. It takes him out. Going to be a warrior Azamon next on him. Goes in with a big old war breaker as he goes in for the sword and war playstyle. It looks like the Pharaoh is going to be able to get away. You need to make sure you hit him with a hamstring. You have to hit him with a hamstring. And Azamon goes for a bit of a ignore pain, but looks like the dots are still just going to keep wrecking him. Snoopy got himself a nice setup. Can just come in, get the dots. Thorns are going to be available. Azamon goes in for a parry, but still Thorns and the Blades are going to do work to him. Got himself a reflect. Can reflect one ability. One Thorn stick. Try to heal himself as best as possible. He gives himself a bit of a commanding shout. Try to maybe give himself commanding lead. Avatar's available. Blaze Storms out of the root. Does not catch up to Snoopy though. That's going to be more bleeds rotting him down. Just rocking him into... Oh, Snoopy taking him out with a big old reaping flames at the end. 2 left on team 2. We got to have ourselves Dream the Mage. Making the Frost Dream work here, man. Does he get the big AoE? Nope. I was thinking maybe he would go for maybe like a Cone of Cold or something. Going to be an Ice Block for Dream. Trying to see if he can stop him with a cycle. Looks like both of them are going to get an interrupt to each other. It's going to be Snoopy getting hit with a Mortal Coil, though. I mean, not a Mortal Coil. Maledict not going to get rooted down, though. Last second. That's going to be still Shatters, though. Snoopy under quite a lot of pressure. He needs to wait out the Mortal Coil. I mean, the Maledict. Before he can get himself big heals. It looks like Dream had himself nice setup with the Snoopy. That Mally, though, going to be a Blizzard. Stop with the stone. Snoopy gets right out of range for the dress not to hit both the pet and him. That's going to be Dream. Actually try to see if he can get out and interrupt Snoopy on a Cyclone. That's going to be a bleed set in. Dream does get the images available. The images are going to melt to the dots pretty quickly though. Gets a rare frost and Snoopy looks at Dream might be okay. The dots are not super heavy right now. And Snoopy goes in for a big leap. Is that going to be a blink by Dream? Dropping down a frozen orb. Tries to keep Snoopy in there as best as he can. It's going to be Snoopy with a bar. He's going to take Dream down. It looks like he might be okay. Unless it's going to be Kata taking him out next. Snoopy with a trinket. No wall. Probably a Barkskin. No, Barkskin just got used against the mage. Cicada might have himself a hell of a game. Try to go for a bit of a Starfall play. Snoopy's at least taking some sort of a damage while the dots are not on him. Try to go for a Hibernate. Does shift out of it. That's going to be a Skull Bash before he can even land the heal. Going to be a Cyclone on Cicada, but he does go for a Bash. Snoopy triggers out of it immediately. So I like this Hibernate Cyclone kind of play between those two. Silence on the Snoopy. Suzuki debates the hell out of it. Got the dots on the Cicada. But Cicada does exchange some dots on the Snoopy as the Starfalls will really make it work. These Starfalls really do work though. Disarmor to Snoopy. Don't really know if you can actually stop him. But Cicada is going to try it either way. Regrowth's available for both the druids. 22% damage. It tried to knock Snoopy back if only delayed it by his hair. Delayed it by a second. Half a second even. Gonna be a nice reward. Snoopy does break him out. The dress stone next onto Cicada. Is Cicada amazing? Looks like Snoopy taking him out. Is that a 1v4 by Snoopy? Must be about a 1v4, right? It's gonna be 1v4 with that rogue and the big... What happened to that monk? He actually didn't get to play the game. He got a heal at 92. He healed for 92. And then he died. I don't even know. I don't even know. I actually want to find out myself now. I really do. I don't understand. Oh no. 5V5 ready? Alright, Alex. We can get you in next. I think we can get Alex and Nerf Lucia. Is Lucia around? What time is it? We have plenty of time. I think I'm chopping him up as BFA. You're a good announcer? Well, thanks. Glad you enjoy it. I just do it for fun. I don't do it anything special or I don't do it like professionally or nothing. Want a mage to win. Frostmage hurt. Yo, Frostmage is popping up there. You gotta give him credit. Looks like Alex is ready, but so is Cracker. Did those two fight each other already? I don't think Alex and Cracker fought each other, so that'll be perfect. Cracker and Alex. Also, Alex, I saw you hanging out with a cat chicken in his stream earlier today, dude. You guys were doing Shrine of the Storm. Cat chicken was it. I'll try to see if I can learn Cat chicken watching him how well he tanks it. Like, how do you do it? But you had Dalaran, so sub or assassin for PvE. What do you think? He said, hello, Dalaran. And then the rest is in English. Hi, chat. What's up, Kenan? How you doing, my man? Try them both. Try them both, because I tried both. A sub is definitely busted good. Assassin is definitely not bad, though. It's far from bad. Down looks like Cyrus Braz NPC, but younger. Let me go. Cyrus? You telling me I look like a Kulturum? That's a compliment from me. We should make a 1v1 ladder. This is great. A 1v1 ladder. I kind of like my 5v5 1v1s that are not super like giga serious. I like them keeping them fun, keeping them casual kind of deal. But maybe in the future, man. Maybe something in the future kind of cool. Switch. Because I like the 5v5 1v1 aspect. The 1v1s by themselves can be a little bit, can get sometimes a little bit boring. But the 5v5 1v1s, that's another story. We got ourselves team 1 with Christina as a Pharaoh. We got ourselves Rogue Trainer. Okay, interesting. We got Sadis as a survival hunter. We got ourselves Cold Blood. Cold Blood is still sub. And we got ourselves Giant Deer as another survival hunter. Yeah, survival. Yeah, it looks like they're survival. Krager just chilling in the back as a warrior. We got ourselves Doctor. And it looks like it's going to be Alfuera first up versus Cold Blood. See if you can find the Rogue. In the back, we also got Francesca, and Telrion. I guess Francesca can be French here, right? Oh, I swapped to one person. No, what? Oh, okay, I'm so sorry. The camera's flying everywhere. It's going to be a big burst into Alfuera. Does have a safeguard trinket and darkness does come down. Okay, Alfuera is free and Cold Blood is like, what, 4? Okay, I can work with this. It's just different every time, dude. I'm so sorry. It's going to be Alfuera trying to hit Cold Blood with a slow, but with that retreat, does not really get to find him. With a charge and imprison does stop him in place for a second. Maybe because the opener here, Blade Dance, does not stop him from killing shots anymore. That's going to be a cheap shot by Cold Blood as he had a mark for death ready. Alfuera does trick it out of it. Oh, and the big damage onto the Rogue. I don't even know what hit him with it. Was that a Blade Dance, like first blood kind of deal? I don't even understand. Christina's going to be up next though, and Alfuera bailing out of there immediately. Salvage Christina in the opener. Looking like he's just waiting out for him. He's just kind of waiting out for maybe a big setup. Bash by Christina. And Alfuera hopefully will be able to get some healing here as they're going to be under a lot of pressure by Alfuera's Bleeds. Crucible as well. Charging right into Christina to see maybe if you can get a hit or two. Trying to see if we can find the Pharaoh around the corner. Utilizing the fly-by mobility. Gonna be a lots of bleeds by Christina. Goes in for a metamorphosis that is thorns available. And used to make sure to dispel those swords as best as possible. Blood of Ritual will be the perfect thing to use right here if you're trying to deny any kind of freebie damage for Christina. Does get a stun to Christina. Full stun actually. Doesn't have the big damage. Huge setup for Christina though. Huge chaos strikes out of nowhere. I don't even understand what that was just now. That was huge! Internal Prisoners, Christina super low weight Alfuera didn't figure it out how to play Demon Hunter in patch 9.0 pre-patch? It feels like this guy knows something we don't. But Christina is going to catch up on a lot of health. Big Blade Dance available for Alfuera while Demon Form is up. Stun to Christina, no way out of it. Eye beaming him, looking for another Chaos Strike. That's still lots of tussling and bustling back and forth. Another stuff onto Christina. That's Alfuera take him out. Looks like big bite by Christina. Alfuera is going to be under a lot of pressure again with the bleeds. Unless he can reconnect with Christina or simply just survive these bleeds, he might be in a really bad spot. Looks like Christina's going to go for a big leap. Does charge past him. That's going to be another heal for Alfuera. Barely keeping himself alive. Christina is out in the open. Does he get the line of sight? It doesn't look like he gets the line of sight. Trying to regrow through the lances. Eventually, line of sight is created. It's going to try to land a cyclone. Gets interrupted on it. For Alfuera, maybe next stun could be big. Does get a stun to Christina. No chicken available. Goes in for maybe a big setup. He keeps Fell rushing past Christina, I guess, to maintain the Mortal Strike debuff. Maybe he has his Fell Rush to do more damage or something? That's actually a really good question. I do wonder what talents he decided to roll for this duel. Because he really slapped the Rogue down. Keeps trading mobility with Christina, just trying to stay away, almost expecting that Christina's going to leap and charging right past him. To just stay away. Keep at bay. Does get a stun to Christina. It is going to be kind of short-ish. Christina does pop a Barkskin for that one, though. Before I get hit with a Crucible. The bleeds and dots are really starting to set in. Not looking that good. Eye beam, unless he can heal himself, it's going to be down for the count. He held off for quite a while, really. Didn't he? Next up is going to be Kragar versus Christina. Try to see if he can just blaze him on top of the Pharaoh before he can get a stun on him. Thorns available. Kragar is going to get himself the Nazat Trinket. The other thing is going to still keep maintaining him that survivability. Nazat Trinket does get burned through pretty quickly though. Christina with Thorns and Kragar does not want to hit it up at all. Just trying to deny any kind of freebie damage for Christina at that point. As he's looking to get himself some big damage on Christina, it's going to be a bash and a big bleed. Kragar maybe a charge almost as he's able to get a charge go, but he does get rooted. Does get the leap charge back to Christina, so that's going to be Bloodthirst maintaining him and keep him alive for a little bit longer. That's Christina looking up to load up another big bite onto him. Kragar's kind of lagging, so we're going to swap to Christina instead. Kraga does use what looks like he'll use a Blaze Storm just now, trying to maybe dodge a stun for Christina, but Christina under quite a lot of stress, under a lot of pressure. No charge for Kragar, so doesn't reconnect for a big old execute onto Christina. It might be okay then. At least he'll be okay for now. We're almost hitting that 5-minute duel time, boys. Almost hitting that 5-minute duel time. Christina is going to be able to get himself a full reset. Kragar looking up for the eyes. Christina's right there to greet him back up. So Kragar's still holding on to a lot of cooldowns here. Is Christina going to go for a big burst? As now the Zotrick has been used. Maybe Christina could now line up for a big burst. Carve himself with Thorns just ahead of time. Kragar very, very cautious about attacking Christina while Thorns are up. Massive heal for Kragar though, out of nowhere. As Christina did try to line up a big burst out of the Zotrick, and we're waiting for Christina on that Berserk though, so I think most of Christina's cooldowns are going to be really here and doing lots of damage. Once he gets the big Berserk and Brutal Slash in there, the big old bites back to back after a bash. For Kragar, it's just going to be a nice game of no running away from the Feral, just kind of staying next to one another. And it's kind of whoa, the root stops and prevents these charges. He goes in to intercept the Feral, and Christina does catch a little bit of heals. Maybe Christina could go for like a bleed and run build versus Kragar. Like a run and gun kind of build. Just come in, put a bleeds on him, bail out. Does get the opener stun. Does he go for the big damage? Looks like he's not committing too many cooldowns. Thorns are available. Does Kragar have an Azot Trinket? Reflect is up. It's only going to reflect one of those stacks of Thorns. It's going to be Roots actually that get reflected back to Christina. That's a lot of pressure for Kragar though. Can he deal with this at all? The Azot Trinket is available. Bites through the Azot Trinket pretty quickly. That's 80% damage reduction with the Azot Trinket. That's a pretty big bite there. Just chomp right out. It looks like Christina's going to have to just tank up a little bit as Kragar's not letting him go anywhere. 6 minutes, and we are going to have to wait until further dampen, most likely, boys. Until one of these two guys is down for the count. Do you think there's any potential for Monk and Shadowlands getting a main one, but not quite sure? They're looking fun, dude. I think their Legendaries got buffed recently. I'm actually excited to check them out again. I think in pre-patch they're not scaling super well, but I think they will scale better once Shadowlands is out. Maim onto Kragar. Does he get the big bite? Is that going to be it? No, Kragar survives it. Reflect coming out of the very last second. I don't even know what he reflected. That's going to be Kragar barely, narrowly surviving. It's still super low, still under a lot of pressure. No more Enraged Regeneration, so that's going to be gone for now. So he needs as much healing as possible. Christina is also under a lot of pressure. Does Barksons himself. Going to be Kragar charged right back to Christina. Not letting him go anywhere. Just needs to maintain the pressure just a little longer. The Feral does slip away. And that's going to be regrowth for the Feral. Leap for Kragar. Trying to see if he can interrupt Christina. Not going to happen. Bash available for the Druid. And he's going to go for a little bit of a CC chain. Just running out of there. It's going to be the Ursuls keeping him in place. So maybe Christina next go might be big. Kragar did just use his Zotrick, expecting Christina to open up on him. That's going to be a big cooldown, not there. Trinket available for Kragar, does not have the Rage Regen, so maybe Christina could make something work here now. I wonder if Kragar is going to burn that Trinket immediately. I wonder if Sacred Trinket is there too. Pearl just a PvP of boring, bleeds and hide. Rogue say hi. Kragar under a lot of pressure. Root comes out for Christina. It's perfect. Maybe the bleeds are finally going to do it. Crucible actually goes in for a lead, but Christina does take him out. It was a slow game for certain. It was a very, very, very rough game for the both of them. And Christina, in the end, just had to be super, super patient. The battle of attrition. And does take him out. Well played. I got to give him, man. I mean, it's a long game. It's a lot of healing back and forth, but if you want to win, you got to play sometimes that way. And he was going for the win. That's going to be Dalaran picking up the eye. It's going to be Christina opening up. That is a Arms Warrior this time. So it might be a little bit easier. Dalaran just got to make sure he gets the slows onto anybody he has attacking immediately. There's going to be lots of damage out of Christina. The Dalaran not really looking all that good. Does go for a Blade Storm to just break out of the roots. Even though I think an Arms Warrior should probably go in for Blade Storm, so you can do damage. It's going to be Christina going in for a leap. Tries to drop down the banner, but it's going to, on that leap, yoink him back in. Very, very unfortunate to Dalaran though. So Christina actually, I think, got him in the corner. Unless Dalaran can somehow just get a big stun onto Christina or a big reversal. Huge damage. Just going to have to go for the biggest damage possible, I think. Not a lot you can really do besides that. Gonna be Dalaran shrinking out of the stun immediately, trying to go for damage onto Christina. That's gonna be parry available for him as he's trying to fight through the thorns. Christina actually just trying to see if he can get the hell out of there. If Dalaran can just spam hamstring as best as he can, he might be okay. Gonna poke out and throw a Crucible at Dalaran. and go behind the pillar, catch a little bit of reheal. Dalaran actually had himself some major damage for a second. I do wonder what kind of a playstyle you would want to play with a warrior. Maybe like a big slam avatar playstyle, because Master is huge now. Might have to do it, man. Might have to do it. If you're an arms warrior and you want to try in these duels a Bastion of Might, triple that, and triple Crushing Slam, or even double, I think it might actually be a viable option. I think you guys might actually be able to one-shot with Blood of the Enemy. And Dalaran does go down with Christina taking out most of that team. Only a couple paladins left over. Wait, that Hunter Giant Deer, did he just get hit with a judgment by French? He might have got hit with a judgment now. I think they threw a judgment at him. I know this is going to be fine Christina though, hopefully. We are at 10 minutes, 31%, 32% day putting. This game has been one of the longer ones so far. Well, no, the other ones have been long. This one, although, has been a little slower in terms of the duels. Like, the duels between two people are just taking a while. Christina is taking a lot of damage. No hammer for French. What happened to the... What just happened to the Paladin? Hello? Did he just hit into Thorns the whole time? Oh, did he come in with no gear? Was he even level 50? Was that guy level 20? He just got melted. Hit up the Thorns? What? Why? Thorns hit that hard? Oh god. Because Rogue's got Slice and Ice. Imagine Rogue with Slice and Ice into Thorns. You just smash yourself in 2-3 hits. Big hammer available for Doctor, who's hoping to maybe take down Christina and then pronounce him deceased. Is he going to be able to do it with a hammer? Going to be pretty big damage. Christina does wall in the very last second though. And Doctor's looking to finish the job. What kind of a doctor is he? What kind of healthcare is this? I don't like that. What kind of healthcare are you? What kind of part 1 plan are you? What is this, dude? It's gonna be a big shield advantage. Rocket back to Christina, but with dampening, it's gonna be weaker. Almost gets the interrupt onto Doctor. Whoa! Didn't even need to. What is this? So, okay, where did this come from? Because you had like a really long duel versus Kragar, but then out of nowhere, you're just popping off. I feel like that duel could have lasted a lot less long, but I think Christina is just trying to help me pad my videos, trying to make them over 10 minutes so I can put more ads in them. I think Christina is in cahoots with me, and I didn't even know about it. What is going on? Fury were healing? Potentially, but these guys were healing at that bubbles, and before they could respond, they were like, I have enough health, I'm fine. Yeah! That was huge! That was big! Well, I guess you guys can take Christina if there's a lot of ads in this video. God damn. Ah, shit. How did the duels were slow and really steady, and all of a sudden the last dudes bam, 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 like a minute spent with each one of them? How does that work? Okay, Christina knows something we don't, dude. I'm afraid of Pharaohs. Snoopy, we ain't dueling. Nuh-uh. After seeing this, no. Fuck that. God damn. Arthur with 2 ready, Marcy ready for another. Okay, maybe we could get Arthur or Marcy, I guess. They did play one another. Survival look in Shadowlands. We haven't really seen too many Survival Hunters play. We've seen Survival Hunters in groups, but not too many played. I think Giant Deer only got to play once, and then the other guy in their group, I forget his name. He was an orc though. He seemed to be doing pretty good. But he doesn't seem to be doing too bad, maybe. I watched Soulscape play some Survival. He seemed to be doing really good with it in terms of like solo PvP, world PvP. So I doubt they're that bad, but I don't know if they scale really well with all the changes. You know what I mean? Aura buff was a bit too much. Maybe this aura buff with the feral. I don't think it's only 5%. It wouldn't be that big. It's something else. I think he knows something we don't. All right, let's get Athoman and we'll get Marcy in here. Wait, I messed up your name, Marcy. Oh god, I messed up your name again. I can't type. I can't read. I'm illiterate. I'm an illiterate. I just split all the costs of flat out melee so the warrior rogue will hide forever because it's not a hole, but first poisons runs and repeat. That is true. The rogues would burst poisons, rogues and repeat. That is true. Smart decision to nullify a charge heal. Yeah, it's actually really good planning. If you just catch him in the... It's perfect. Alright, we're gonna have you guys... Oh, there's some new people though. Hey, Finn. Wait, this got a copy from pre-patch? That might be a copy from pre-patch. Sorry to make you guys the same team, by the way, but... Switch. Hopefully Team 2 will get their 5th, but we got us a Team 1 with Deja. Playing more of that Warlock. We got ourselves Atha. We got ourselves Des and Copy Finn, his OG character on EU. This man joined us for PTR a couple times, but I've never actually seen when he can release it on EU. And it is a panda. It's not just a joke. He actually plays a panda, all alliancey and all. And we got ourselves Fen as well. Fenny. Versus Team 2, which is missing a person, but we'll just play it out. Alzamon going in with a Fury Warrior play. We got ourselves Prox with more of that Pharaoh. We got Dream as a Frost Mage, and Kata going to be going up first as a Balance Druid. Whoever your 5th is, Team 2, hopefully you guys will get him as early as possible. Hopefully we'll still load in. Is Dream playing Rune of Power as a Frost Mage? Interesting choice. This is going to be Copy first, and Fenny is going to get him out. He's going to trade the Dodds back with a Demon Hunter. Double Crucible actually does quite a bit of work. Fenny is going to get that Foul Rush in a big dress onto Copy. Bark Skin and Thorns are available. Does he get to purge him? It looks like he does not get to. He's going to fly up in the air and pelt her from above, and that's going to be Copy bailing out of there immediately, going in for a bit of a re-heal. I like how boomies are actually becoming more of a threat in duels now. I really like that. Big meta connects. That's going to be a stun onto Kata. It looks like Demon Hunter is charging around a little bit too far. Lagging a little bit. He's kind of all over the place. Getting interrupted onto a Cyclone. Scopic going to be going down. Does go for a Roar for a second. Bash to follow onto Demon Hunter. Looks like the DH does not have a trick anymore. So Copy, or Kata, keep calling it Copy for some reason, should be able to get out of there. Does go for a massive barrier heal with Friends of Regen, which is going to be huge for him. The Demon Hunter looking to catch up, but it doesn't look like he has the mobility for it at the moment. And the dots with the Starfall, with the shooting stars is actually doing a bit of damage as Kata. As long as he can change those dots, he'll doing good. It's going to be Fenny going in for big kill with the Warlock Hellstone from Deja. Imprisoned onto Kata, but Kata might just be able to take him out. Walking out of the darkness, getting so a massive heal with Friends of Regen. And down goes Fenny as a Boomy does connect with the damage. Taking him out. Who's up next on Team 1? Looks like it's going to be Deja as a Warlock. Warlock versus Boomy. Demonology versus Balance. Try to see if he can get a gateway out, but Kata already has the dots rolling on him and the pet. Dude, these shooting stars, I keep telling you. I keep telling everybody I know, these things are actually looking really good. Also, they seem to be doing a lot of single target damage. Or quite a bit of single target damage. Like, it's almost like an extra dot in a way. It's going to be a stun onto Kata with all the pets. Deja is going to try to see if he can get a Tyrant. Does get one. Big slaps from the Tyrant. As Kata is just going to have to get this bare ass away from him on the other side of the pillar. But I think the Tyrant is going to connect to him over there. It looks like the Tyrant does take him out. That was actually lots of pressure from Deja. The faster you can get the Tyrant, the more damage it's going to do. Nice combo of a stun. Get the Tyrant early. And then Mortal Coil to make the other guy run in circles. Going to get the Vile Fiend against Dream. As Dream does get a full root on all those pets, at least keeping those pets at bay. Has someone to build Frost Icicles off of, so that's actually pretty cool. Blinket next to Deja. Is he going to be able to go for big damage? Does go for big Rune of Power. Blinket out of the Rune of Power, though, which is super unfortunate. Mally getting thrown at Deja, who does have a wall, is going to be able to drain life. Maybe through a Mally. Still lots of pressure, lots of shadows. Deja, I think, might be done and done. More shadows coming out. Dream, Icebox for a second, getting the final last hit onto Deja. Taking him out. Interesting choice with that Rune of Power, by the way. I think that's why he went for it, is for Icy Veins. But if you could root somebody from a distance, Rune of Power, big shadows, that might actually be huge damage. Interesting play, though, either way. Who's up next for Team 1? Team 2 is still not going to get the 5th. It's either going to be Atho, Des. It looks like it's going to be Des the Rogue. Okay, Des, what'd you do to that monk last time? Also, are you blind? Not like I'm saying it in a bad way, but I think he did choose the blind option for the eyes. It kind of looks cool, honestly. Oh! Now that was a very, very minor gesture to go back to the arena and then reset your poisons, but I do like it. That was a very, very minor gesture of the duels, but I do like it. At least he's like, you know what? I guess he didn't really need to, but I want to make sure he resets to make it as fair of a duel as possible. Goes back, this is poisons, comes back in. But it's actually taken a lot of Ice Lances in terms of damage, as Dream was able to catch him out in the open. And Des, under quite a lot of pressure, is he actually going to keep running it back at Dream? Shadow stepping him with a blind to follow. Does he get himself a proper reset? Going to be a root instead. Might to go for a Vanish here. Maybe a Kindle Shot? Is he going to sit in the root for too long? It looks like he might decide to maybe Cloak of Shadows here. Does try to feign this damage. That's going to be the Smoke Bomb. With the Blizzard attacking him inside of the smoke. Probably could have stayed inside of the Blizzard. Oh, what? Okay, Dream just took him out. I don't even understand. I don't even understand what happened just now. He just hit him with a root. Did the rogue even use cloak? No. Vanish? No. I guess he was thinking he might be okay. He didn't expect a lot of damage out of Dream. Also, Dream, I don't know if he's even used Rune of Power at all. He probably should. I think it'd be cool to see Dream use Rune of Power, see how much damage he can do. Athema with the Hand of Freedom, trying to see if he can get at Dream. Gonna hit him with a poly immediately, trying to see if he can disrupt the mobility out of Atho as fast as he can. Dream might need to blink out of this Hodge. Does he have a normal Hodge blink? Looks like he doesn't, probably a Shimmer. He's gonna go for Ice Bucket immediately. Rooting Atham, and as soon as he can, Atham is gonna be kind of a sitting duck. Perfect opportunity for Dream with those icicles to maybe get some big frosted damage, big shatters to roll. Throwing a Mallet Atham might be a bubble right here if he gets enough damage in. Unless Atham goes in for as much self-heals as possible. Does go for big damage, huge shatters. That's going to be almost breaking that Shield of Vengeance. Atham sounds actually under a lot of pressure. Goes for big damage on Dream as well. Safeguard Trick and Proc for Dream, barely alive. Atham goes in for massive heal with a heal as well as a Warlock Hellstone used. Polymorph to Atham right after. Dream is again under a lot of pressure. He's gonna go for another repol into Atham. Just to kind of keep him slowed. He's gonna hit him with a frostbolt that leaves any damage to you. This is gonna be really, really bad. Doesn't at least get the images up and running, so those might be able to get some slows into Atham. With the Blizzard on the side, Hand of Freedom keeping him running though. Trying to get him for another repoly. Gonna be a very, very short polymorph. And Dream just doesn't really have a lot of health. Does get roots at least, but not a lot of health. The shields are available. HRB needs it. Nice. Also got himself Rune of Power while Icy Veins is up. Big damage to the Atham. He does go for a big heal though instead. And the shatters are continuing to flow onto Atham. And if Dream can somehow get some line of sight of Atham, disrupt it from being able to self-kill, he might be alright. But he might have to play this very, very carefully. For Athaman though, it's been kind of a game where he actually had so much potential, so much pressure at some point. But now it looks like he's just kind of having to play back a little bit until that potential is back. Without a bubble, he's kind of a sitting duck, especially after being put out in the open. Hand of Freedom lets him reposition, doesn't run at Dream. So he's still playing this very, very defensively. So you better not get caught out. That's going to be a polymorph onto Atham. Can't really stop it. And now without a Hand of Freedom, Dream basically has a control over you the whole time. With those roots, with the Novas, not a lot you can really do. Shield of Vengeance is available. Dream has to bust through Shield of Vengeance before the shadows really start cracking in into Athaman's health. It looks like the Frozen Orb on the other side is going to do just that. Sending the pet in. Hand of Freedom available for Atham. So at least he has some mobility. But Dream just has still massive, massive advantage over Atham. Polymorphing him. So he's either polymorphing him or rooting him, dude. What can you really do in this situation? As Dream to get himself more icicles. The icicles really doing a lot of work. Getting Atham to about half his health. That's going to be Mally as well. Mally's going to put a lot of pressure. Atham does go for wings. Might be able to get himself a lot of pressure with some damage. Maybe self-heals. Try to self-heal through the Mally. Barely is surviving. Nothing available. And does get hit with the Reaping Flames at the very last second. Oh my goodness. The Frostmage is really making a play here, boys. Really making himself a big play right now. That's going to be Copy up next. Getting a Flame Shock onto Dream. Dream trading the Reaping Flames at him right back. With the Blizzard on the other side. Can the Elemental Shaman close out the duel? I guess the Frostmage. Was it the Frostmage that's getting most of the kills? I think the Boomy got the first. Maybe the. Yeah, I think Boomy ended up getting the. Was it really Dream that took down Daedra with Frost? I think it might have been him actually. I was thinking maybe the Boomy was able to do something. But I'm pretty sure Boomy died to Daedra. But it might be a Dream 1v4 here. Frostmage on the pre-patch. I think we had one in PTR once. Dream actually turning attention onto the pet, just trying to get those frostbolts in. That's going to be pretty big damage for Copy. Get him interrupted on the fire, trying to see and continue to get those frostbolts in. With this Lance is going to go for a bunch of shatters. Copy going for massive healing surges. And Dream needs himself a little bit of a defense. He got himself a shield, which won't really help you against the Shaman. You can just dispel it every single time. That's going to be some Stormkeeper trying to come out for Copy, but decides against it. Decides, you know, I don't want to be interrupted. He's going to go behind the pillar and get himself some heals. But it might be a perfect opportunity for him to get the big Storm Surges available. Or Stormkeeper available with big Lightning Bolts. Does keep him rooted from a distance. Copy just trying to sneak in whatever damage he can. Copy at least can heal compared to Dream, who really can't heal. He might just have to go for a root onto Copy and just go for food or something. Might just have to do it, or just get aggressive with Copy. Get some big shadow. Stormkeeper coming out, cannot stop it. Big Earthshock, and Copy does throw in a Lightning Bolt. Actually, two of them back to back into the Ice Block. At least one of them. Lightning Lasso onto Copy. By Copy to Dream, taking him out at the very last second. Oh my goodness, the dream of a Frost Mage was almost realized, but Copy took him out. Very, very unfortunate. It looks like Prox at least let him get a full reset, man. I'm making content for Dalaran and what? There you go, dude. Perfect. But if you're rolling a 1, then what does Azamon roll? What? Oh my god, dude. Copy. Can you beat Prox though? Elemental versus a Feral Druid. Between you two, who's gonna win? Is it gonna be an opener by Prox? Trying to do some big damage in the Copy. Big dress to follow. That's gonna be the Panda racial with a stun to Prox. And Copy trying to get himself an Elemental. Prox is gonna trick it out of the stun. I think there's nothing you could really do. And down he goes. That was a 1v3 by the Frostmage. Too bad the team 2 didn't really have more people. But it's not like they really needed to, man. They only needed 3 just to be team 1. But there goes, dude. There goes. Prox, is he good? Prox is really good, yes, as a Feral. I think we haven't seen Prox in a while. He wasn't there for the PTR duels or nothing. But he's pretty damn good, dude. He adjusted for the pre-patch changes pretty well. Gotta give him cred. Alrighty, boys. I think it's gonna be it for today for the 5v5 1v1 duels. We got more over on the NA tomorrow. So hopefully we'll have a pretty big crowd on NA to get some duels in the nerf mages. Dude, watching the mage versus Athaman, it was actually quite interesting. You know, he was either polymorphing him or hitting him with slows. It was actually very interesting to see how that went. Very, very interesting. What's up, Pavel? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. Can I join? Majid, you're more than welcome to. We're doing them on EU Fridays, on NA Saturdays, boys. EU Fridays and a Saturdays, and tomorrow we'll be doing a 5%. And a 5% aura, and never get 5 DPS increase. Your elemental 5% aura they'll show you. So it's not really a 5% DPS increase, it's 5% to abilities minus auto attacks, minus abilities that are not on the list. So it ends up being actually about like 4.3. Okay, in Rogue Discord, I asked some of the dudes on there, some of the community guys. Locktark on there said it's about 4.3. I want to make sure to give credit where it's due. And I'm gonna go with that number. So it's not actually a 5%. If you want to be technical about it, it's not technically 5. But then you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun, man. My throat ended up being a little bit sore from this, so maybe I should just take a break. I think I'm starting to get maybe a little sick, So yeah, tomorrow we'll get some 5v5 I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna hang out, get some YouTube videos worked on for the day. I actually have exactly what I'm working. I have a lot of stuff I can work on today, dude, so I'm gonna do that. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope most of you guys that wanted to play got to play in the 5v5 1v1 duels today. Dude, it's so cool to be back doing these on EU as well as NA and doing them regular too. PTR was kind of like interesting. It was a bit of a meme, I felt like, but it's still really cool. But we're back to schedule, dude, and pre-patch is here, so you know we can actually do these. I cannot wait to do these in Shadowlands though. I cannot wait. My server's full because Big Boy and his black market and everyone is trying to get it. It's on Reverend Crest. Oh my god, dude. I wonder how many people transferred. Try to see if they can get it, dude. See how to show the but I can wait till next stream tomorrow. It'll be tomorrow. So hopefully guys that are NA will be able to join in. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see all of y'all next stream. Alrighty. Peace.